Yeah. What's up? Speak on the podcast. We're gonna be with you in a second. Yeah, man. I see you, man. Everybody for tuning in. About to get live in a few seconds. Shout out to Tomaso, the homie, dudes the track, the homie Maso. Facebook, YouTube. What's up, Jeremiah? I see you, man. What's up with it? This James, this Phantom J, man, we getting everything set up, getting ready to go. We want to thank everybody for tuning in to our Speak On It podcast. We're going to talk about it tonight. We got a hot button topic tonight that we're going to talk about. Is why it's so hard for a man to find a submissive woman these days. And man, we finna talk about it, and it's gonna be a doozy tonight. So as we come in, we waiting for D Black, and we waiting for Jay Austin to come on in, man. They're gonna be in a second. So we're gonna get everything lined out, man. First, I just want to thank everybody for coming out, everybody that's viewing. We want to thank everybody, man. Right now, I want to go and get on into it. Dealing with the Young Thug case. The Young Thug case, man, is getting kind of juicy. His brother then flipped on him and turns in really turned state on him to get lesser time. And I believe that they freeing him, and there's a few other ones that's turning state on him and just flipping on him so they could get less time. Or just get on paper. Now with the conditions with Gunna, we already know Gunna already did his. But the thing is that you're gonna have 10 years probation, and you're not covered by the fifth. The fifth. I believe you can't plead the fifth in the case. Now you can plead the fifth in the case if it have anything for you to incriminate against yourself. But if I'm pleading the case with Jeremiah, then I'm compelled to speak on Jeremiah, but I don't have to incriminate myself. So even though they let him out, he got 10 years probation. He still it's still a possibility that Gunna can also go to trial and still have to tell a case on Young Thug. So they trying to get the Young Thug right now, and man, it's getting kind of wild right now for Young Thug, man. Young Mando, one of the members of YSL, Young Slime Life, for those that don't know, Young Slime Life. He was saying, those that turn on Young Thug, man, you can't come back. You can't come back when he get free, because right now, the DA is trying so much to try to ensnare Young Thug right now that try to ensnare Young Thug right now.
Let's pray a room.
And what's happening is hold on 1 second. Hey, Jeremiah, mute your mic real quick. Oh, you want to say? Go ahead. All right, but so he trying to ensnare him. So man, we gonna keep that close with Young Thug, man, in dealing with the case. But the DA, they try to submit some evidence, man, that they didn't have no warrant. They had some marijuana, I think, some guns and drugs out of his house, and his defense, the defense stated that they didn't go about it the proper way. They just did an assumption that they was gonna get the warrant, and they had to suppress that evidence, so they can't use that evidence in the trial. Now, two of the YSL members are already in prison for, they got a life sentence for a murder. Now they trying to pin and get Young Thug locked up in this RICO case. And man, we gonna keep going with that, man, and moving with that. Also, man, we hearing about the news with Glorilla. Glorilla said some derogatory stuff about herself, man, and we just had to share that. Dealing with her in her attire, she said that she's coming out with a new song. She came out with some songs with she out of Memphis, and of course she came out with some songs with Cardi B, and she signed to Yo Gotti's label, and pretty talented artist, man. But it's some on the blogs dealing with her in her attire, and it's just crazy, man. And I'm gonna get into that later. We're gonna speak on Megan Thee Stallion, and Tory Lanez. Man, there's a lot coming out in the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion case. And right now they're trying to paint Megan as a liar. And what was said in some of the sources and those that have been in the courtroom is that the girl that was with Tory Lanez, Megan, and that her and Megan got into a scuffle at the party. I think it was Caitlyn Jenner's party, and Megan was blaming Tory Lanez, but witnesses are saying, with the witnesses' account, is saying that it was the girl that was doing the shooting, and they trying to, and what they found, they didn't find any DNA of Tory Lanez on the gun. So Megan Thee Stallion's story is not adding up. Things are happening that's not adding up, and they'll keep us posted on what's happening with that. So, man, it's a lot going on right now. There's a gentleman, man, at the Patriots game, a brother at the Patriots game. I was just reading it. This brother, he was getting cussed out by this woman at the Patriots game. She was trying to heckle him, and she was cussing him out. I think they were playing the Raiders. He was trying to cuss him out, man. The man kept his cool. They had it on live. The woman was trying to cuss him out and try to, egg him on to hit her, but he kept his cool. And Robert Kraft invited him up to the stadium because of how he kept his cool, man. And a lot of times people can try to provoke us, but man, the guy, he said that was his first game. And the guy kept his cool, man. I'm gonna pull his name up, and while I'm trying, his name is Jeremy Edmond. Jeremy Edmond, and he says that I'd like to thank everyone for all the kind words. He said I'm a Patriots fan, and I was the one in the video. My name is Jerry Edmond, and that was my very first NFL game, and I didn't want to ruin the experience by retaliating towards a woman, so I just kept my cool. And as we can see, right now, I'm gonna share the screen and let everybody see what was going on with that, man. And that was crazy, and it was a thing that, oh boy, he kept his cool, and that was good on his behalf that he kept his cool. And salute to my brother, man, because sometimes people can try to do that to you. They'll try to provoke you. and then say you were in the wrong. And my boy, he was just trying to keep us cool. We finna check this out. She was heckling the dude. Crazy, man.
That was like laughably bad.
Yeah, man.
And the Patriots just lost.
Man, he done it better than a lot of people, bro. So that was crazy, man. That was crazy. That that happened to that brother. What's up, Jay? What's going on with it?
What's the word?
Man, it's good. What's good. But yeah, man. So that was crazy, man. But my guy, he kept his cool, and that's what it is, man. Also, we had Joe Buttons. Joe Buttons and Vivica Fox had some words. Joe Buttons, he really don't like Megan Thee Stallion. Throughout the industry, there's a lot of people that said that how mean Megan Thee Stallion and how she treated people, and Joe Buttons had some words to say about Megan Thee Stallion, and he apologized for the things that he said towards her, and him and Vivica Fox kind of had some exchanges. But I figured they'll figure that out and get that done, over a period of time, man. So with that, we want to end that hip hop news, and we're gonna move forward to the subject at hand. Is why is it so hard for a man to find a submissive woman these days? So we want to deal with that because a lot of times women don't like the word submissive because they think submissive means being a slave. Submissive means being a slave for your husband. And submissive in the sense of how God set it up, or whatever religious persuasion you are, is far from the truth as far as you saying you submissive, because nobody's a slave. Each and every one of us has a responsibility as far as our partnership and what we're doing. So no, but what we're gonna get some input on it. And hold on, I'm gonna kind of cut that sound. We're gonna get some input on it, and we're gonna go from there, man. And for those that's in relationships dealing with women, I know this can be a hot button topic. And I'm gonna look up the word. The word submissive is, the definition is an adjective. One is an adjective, ready to conform to authority or wills of others, meekly obedient or passive, a submissive, almost sheep-like people. Then there's a noun, a person who takes the submissive role. That's some other sexual stuff. But we're gonna look at ready to conform to authority or will of others. Now, are women slaves to their husbands? Are women at men's beck and call? We want to talk about it tonight, man, because we need to know how this thing, why is it so hard for a man to find a woman that's submissive these days? Now, we look at grandma, we look at grandpa, and we seen back in the day, how marriages last for 30, 40, 50 years. I know my grandparents in 1980, they were married for 50 years up to that point. And my grandfather died in 1996, and my grandmother died in 2019. So they were married almost close to 70 years before he passed. And they had, I believe we had 7 to 8 children. and they were together. What is the difference now than it was back then that marriages last so long? Is it that women are more educated, that they feel that they can't listen to a man, and they can do what they own, they can do what they want to do? Or what is it? It just Williams have women just become so revolt with men that they don't want to listen to a man. So we're gonna talk about that tonight. Jay, what you got?
Well, one thing we're gonna have to stop doing is comparing today's relationships to those of the past, because those past relationships, the women did not have the opportunities that they have today. So there was a dependency on the marriage more so then than now. So, but when we talk about being submissive, we continue to use that term or that passage, but we don't say the other part of it, where a man is supposed to love his wife or his woman like God loved the church. So it goes hand in hand. So a lot of men today aren't loving their women to the point where the woman feels that being submissive is a part of what they do in their relationship. Because now we have men that aren't being what the so-called role of man is. We have a lot of women that go out and earn and do all those things that they didn't do in the past, and have the men that stay at home and not even contribute to the household. So if you're not a contributor to the household, then your role is automatically diminished, because you're also not doing, if we're going to take it biblically, what the Bible expects you to do as a man or a husband. And just because you have that title of husband or man of the house, it doesn't necessarily put you in that true spot to make that person, that woman, submissive, because you're not fulfilling your role in the beginning. She's fulfilling both roles. She's the man and the woman.
Right. Jeremiah, what's your thoughts, man?
I mean, my
Why?
thoughts
Yeah.
on being submissive is a form of respect. Respect is earned, not given. So I feel that a man have to earn the woman respect. And just like he said, these days women are playing both roles
Right.
in the relationship, right?
Right.
So if you even in trucking right now, you'll see more women out there trucking and providing for their home households, while these cats laying up playing games. You can't expect a woman to be submissive and she out grinding and putting money in your pocket. You can't do that. You can't expect that.
Right.
And you women these days, the slim picking of men is slim, because these guys these days aren't built like my dad, our grandfathers, who went out and worked while the woman stayed home and took care of home, took care of the kids. You know what I'm saying? When the man brought home the money, he just handed over the checks to the woman, and all the bills were paid. Everything was taken care of. You don't have that these days. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's a level of respect to that. And a woman, you can't expect a woman to respect you if you're not holding up your end, if you can't run a household. We all understand that, guys go through a hard time because it's tough out here being a provider. It's tough out here being a man, period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you got to, get up, put your boots on, and try to make it happen. And that's easier said than done. Once you got that one that's in your corner that's going to push you, to motivate you to keep pushing when the situation getting thick, then, you know what I'm saying? It's like, then she can say, all right, I got this dude that's in my corner. He's trying and he's pushing through every adversity that he's going through, and he's trying to make it happen. And he's making it happen. So that's where submissive come in. So when he say, well, babe,
This is what I think. This is what it should be for us. Then she gonna say, all right, man, this dude done went out. He done did it what he had to do for us. So then she gonna go along with what he had to say. But you can't voice your opinion when you're not contributing. You know what I'm saying? Not
Right.
physically, not financially, not spiritually, not anything.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
you can't expect this woman to respect you. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Do you think the contribution of the 50-50 relationships
I don't
have
believe in it.
that have that caused the disrespect and the unwillingness of women to submit when some men would prefer the 50-50 in the household, Jeremiah?
I mean, you got to look at, man, if what's going on in the house, in the household, and what's being done behind the woman's back. Come on, man. It's hard for women.
Right.
You know, you got. Let's get deep, man. You got guys that's with a woman that don't want to be with the woman. You feel me?
Right. Right. Right.
So, and then you putting this woman in a situation to where she has to be the man and the woman of the household.
Right. Right.
You know,
Right.
you talking about this 50-50, man. It's I don't believe in that. You know what I'm saying? I believe
Right.
in
Right.
you hold your own weight. You
Right.
feel me? The
Right.
woman might have to hold that 80% at one time. You
Right.
feel me? When you gotta find your way to get back on your feet.
Right. Right. Right.
So you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying. So you're gonna lose respect for me, you know, because I made a few wrong decisions and I failed.
You know,
Right.
as far as the 50-50 goes, it depends on what works for your household. You know, there's a thing called proportionate spending. Depending on who makes the most, then they contribute more to equal out what the person that makes the least contributes. So proportionate spending. But
So
also, again, it just depends on, especially if you're married, how you conduct your finances in your household.
uh,
And I love the fact that my wife, she contributes mentally, and to, you know, I look towards her and us making decisions together, because whatever decisions we make is going to affect us as a whole and affect our household as a whole. So therefore, we go in making those decisions based on whatever our situation is.
Right.
I think that finances should be. I don't think that a person who brings in the most, you know, that's to me that's none involved. So if you go to college,
Right.
you get all your degrees, right? So you're a doctor, right? I worked in the oil field. I'm a roughneck.
Right.
So just because you have this certain title and bringing a certain money to trump me as a man,
No, it shouldn't.
okay.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't.
But getting
But
to
I'm still proving his leadership and
right.
guidance for this family. You know what I'm
See
saying? Even
it.
though I may ask you, like, babe, what you think about this or what you think about that? Because
Right.
one thing about a man, when we got something on our mind, we get tunnel vision,
Right. Right.
right? Right. And so that's what we ask of our women. Like, look, babe, see what I can't see what I don't see.
Right. Right.
Feel me?
Right.
Because I'm going straight, I'm going in because I know how I am. I know I got to
Right.
provide for my family. I know what's behind me.
Right. Right.
So you know what I'm saying, and that goes back to being submissive because she knows that I'm going to do what I got to do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying, but she the bullish off to the
Right.
side. You feel me?
Right. Right. Right.
And
So
grab.
and
right,
no,
and
and
I go ahead
what
because
he's
I
saying, I understand what he's saying, and then I'm gonna get back to what Austin was saying. Um, of course, come together, but in a relationship, you may have one that's more gullible than the other. You may have one whose heart bleeds more than the other. And at the end of the day, it's making the decision that's best for the family as a whole. Just like business, you can't put your heart in business. I feel the same way when it comes to running a household. when it comes to making decisions that's going to affect the family long term. So let's just say my wife want to invest $6,000 in something, and she comes to me and say, what do I think about it? If I'm like, well, right now we need this, and that, I'm going to say, well, we need to wait on that. And she's going to honor what I'm saying because she trusts me
Right.
to lead the household and
Right.
make the best decisions for the family, because she knows she's a gullible person. We be riding down the road. She see a so-called homeless man holding a sign. She be wanting to stop and give him $5 and $10. And I'm like, we don't know what them people finna do. We don't know, I'm like, no. You know what
So
I'm saying?
So look, if you say no and she go against what you say, so what do you do on that?
She's not. I mean, that's just how I run mine.
I'm not talking about
I
your
don't
situation.
knock how no man, a woman, a household is ran, but in mine, it's like she trusts me to make the best decision. Now, if I say no and she say, well, it's just $5, and she's gonna respectfully talk me into letting her do, allowing her to do it. She'll say, well, it's just $5, and you never know, this could be our blessing, blah blah blah. Now I'll say, go ahead.
Right.
That's how we do it.
See,
But it's a respectful thing. And
yeah.
when I say the tip for tap, because I understand every time I say the back and forth thing with women and men, or women and their husband, I'm referring to like it's a time and a place. I understand. I'm cool with an over opinionated an opinionated woman, but it's that over opinionated that I'm not cool with. Such as instance when Jock, that woman that Jock has, she has no respect for him. She overtalks him. She don't let him say nothing, and that's what I'm not gonna tolerate in my relationship, because she does it in front of people. If my wife and I disagree on something, she's gonna give me a look, and I know that look. And then after that look, once we get in the car, we get alone or we get home, then we talk that out. She's not going to be going back and forth with me in front of people. That's totally disrespectful. I don't tolerate that. Respect is a two-way street. When it becomes that one way, I know how to make a U-turn, because I'm not going to tolerate it in mine. I don't knock how nobody else run or how they let their women talk to them, belittle them, whatever. But that's not gonna happen in my relationship. No relationship that I've ever been in have I tolerated it, and I'm not about to start tolerating it now.
So why do you think women do the back and forth? Any one of y'all, why do you think women are to that level of disrespect where they go on the back and forth in front of people?
I think Black said it, because they have no respect for their man. Mm-hmm. For whatever reason, whatever has been established in their relationship, apparently respect is not one of them. So that's why they don't mind doing whatever it is, the back and forth, whatever you want to call it, in front of anyone, because they see this person as not a leader, not as a full man, not someone that they respect, not someone that deserves their respect. So that's why it happens.
And he's right, because like I said in a previous podcast, Jock's wife will never get over the fact that he created a baby on her. So she don't see him as man.
So that's the backstory of why she the way she is.
Like James was saying, like Arthur said under the comment, we don't know what went on or what's going on, and like Jeremiah said, we don't know what's going on in their relationship that make her feel comfortable talking to him like that. But in their relationship, it's because he created that baby, and she feels shame and disrespected. And even though she says she forgives him, she don't, because if she forgave, it's such thing as forgiving but not forgetting. She haven't forgave because it's still an issue. And so the best thing for them is the divorce, and he needs to start over and she needs to start over, because other than that, she's gonna find a way to hurt him deep if she don't just go off and make a baby with somebody.
Hey, look, Black, can I say this?
Go ahead.
Can I say? All right, so A baby was created on her, right? I don't know the full story. I'm just going off what you said. Which I know, a few of the cats a few of the guys that I've dealt with in the same situation. But let's take the shoe off our foot and put on her foot, right? On her feet. So it's kind of hard to respect when if you're going 10 toes down for this dude, right? A person. And the ultimate betrayal, man. If she putting her all into it, he gonna have a baby on her. Come on, man. Now I'm voicing and I'm looking at things going both ways, bro. Come on now.
No.
Oh, I
Come on, man.
understand why she do it.
But you know what I'm saying? The ultimate disrespect. Basically, if she been holding you down, bro, there was a spit and a slap in her face.
Right.
I mean, if we got to keep it live, we got to keep it all the way live. You feel me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say I agree
That's
with
why I
that.
say the best thing for them to do, that relationship is ruined.
Right.
The best thing for them to do is get out of it, because in the long run, a woman will find once you hurt a woman, she'll find a way to get at you, bro, and she gonna try to hurt you
Look,
10 times worse.
okay. All right, so look, let's talk about this, Black. We talking about being submissive, right? Can you
Right.
escape that woman right now? Whoever that went out had a baby on her, can you expect that woman to be submissive towards you? Now, we just established submissive is a form of respect, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. It don't matter how much money you bring in, no matter how much it is, it's still gonna linger in her mind when I'm trying. You done whatever the situation is, and you didn't find me attractive enough. You step out and had a baby on me.
Right.
Okay. Now let's flip the script. Right. Let's talk about realness. So, how would you feel if that was to happen to you? Now, let's be real. Would you still respect that woman?
No,
No,
you
I
wouldn't.
wouldn't be
You
with it.
wouldn't.
you
Wouldn't be
wouldn't.
with
So
it.
I mean,
Right.
so now you can't expect that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if she accepted that, that is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because I think it's hard, man, after infidelity. So do y'all think that it's hard
Oh,
for a woman after infidelity for her to submit to a man that cheated on her? So, Black,
that's what I
is
just
that what
said.
you? Yeah, that's what you're saying. Is that
Yeah.
it's hard either just on this side, but for a woman to go through the things. I remember we was talking earlier, Black, about how one of my brothers said this. He said, "The truth hurts, but a lie scars. The truth hurt, but a lie scars. When you tell the truth, yeah, it'll hurt you, but when you lie to somebody, they can never forget that. Yeah, they may deal with it and can get and forgive you, but they don't get over it. So
Especially a woman. The woman
right, what a
stores
woman, she
that in
go
the back of her mind,
right,
and whenever y'all get into it, she's gonna bring it back up. And if she
right,
don't, as soon as she get an opportunity to throw it back in your face or hurt you,
right,
be prepared, my buddy.
right.
I mean, my thing is like I look at things a little different because if you about going to get your money, you got one that's solid on your team. You that's your main focus.
Right,
Money, providing your house, your kids. You
right,
know what I'm saying? Can't nothing, and that goes back to what I said earlier. I got tunnel vision. You know what I'm saying? When you got tunnel vision, can't nobody else steal your attention. If they do something ain't right, you feel me?
right.
That's the way I look at everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like I go back, you a woman is like a sponge, right?
Right.
So you take the sponge, you fill it up with water. But this sponge gonna take all this water,
Mm-hmm.
all this water. And when it take all it can take, guess what it's gonna start doing?
You're gonna start leaking, dripping.
Spilling that water out. Those are
Yeah.
her emotions. You feel me?
Right. Mm-hmm.
But and that go and a woman gotta understand the man who she's dealing with. Because once you're dealing with a go-getter who, babe, I'm gone, 5 o'clock, I'm gone, I'm coming back, communication gonna suck, I'm tired, I'm sleepy, you're gonna be griping at me, but what I got on my mind is not only you, it's the well-being of my family.
Right.
You gotta understand that.
You got to
And
have a woman that understands you for that, because a lot of
that's
the
right.
newer breed women to see you working 24/7, providing for that family, and I feel like you're not giving her enough time and attention, and she's gonna dip out.
Well, you have to have.
Right.
It's not necessary that they're going to dip out, but you have to have a balance, because just like your job needs attention, your money needs attention, that person that you're dealing with needs attention too. You
Right.
have to feed their emotion just as much as you're feeding your pocket.
So does
Right.
that mean take off work?
It means carving out some time for them.
No.
Well, I'm gonna tell you straight up.
You don't
Hey,
necessarily
look,
have to.
I don't
take
have
off
that
work.
balance. I don't know how to do. I don't know how to do that balance. You know what I'm
And
saying?
see, yeah, see,
And-
that's the thing.
and-
You have to learn that balance, though.
No,
Well,
he's saying he
look,
don't have it.
and-
They got bills and things to meet.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, that goes back to understanding of my background, where I come from, which I'm gonna try. My background, where I come from, black. You've been knowing me for a minute. You know the struggle is real. You know, when I got my chaps behind me, my kids, bro, that's on a whole different level. I understand, baby. I'm gonna give you time, but I gotta make sure these kids, I gotta make sure I'm gonna take care of everything, through my work. That's you, the kids, everything. You feel me?
Right.
Even though
Right.
I don't have that balance. I never been taught that balance. I don't think I knew was work. I either work out, and that's what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's a lot of guys out there that has the same problem that I have. I'm man enough to admit it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of
Right.
guys that can't and haven't learned how to communicate that.
Right.
Like, look,
Right.
babe, I got a problem. I don't know how to, balance when I'm focused in on something. That's what it is. I'd rather see you mad at me than seeing my family going without.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I take all the criticism, but long as on the back end, long as the kids straight, long as you straight, you know what I'm saying? Now I got to figure out a way to stimulate your emotions. You know what I'm saying? I got to tap into that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where we as men, we fall short, because we are taught we got to get it. We can't show our emotions. We can't communicate.
Right.
It's just on a
And
whole
so-
different level.
Yeah, and so
And
what
so-
if your imbalance causes you to lose your family? Then what were you really working towards?
So in what way? That he's working too much and she gonna leave him because he's working too much?
Well,
Look,
he stated that he never was taught that. So,
Right.
in other words, when it comes to showing affection, love, and all that to his mate, he wasn't taught that. He's taught that love in his eyesight is
Is
taking
working
care
and
of the
providing.
family, making sure everything is
Providing.
straight, making sure you
Yeah.
good, making sure we good.
Right.
So he's gonna need that woman to show him or teach him how to love her if that's what she's longing for.
Well, what it also takes is that woman understand. You have to understand who your spouse is or who your
it goes
mate
back
is.
to what I just said.
That's
Yeah,
first and
you
foremost.
have to
That's first and
understand
foremost.
that. And
Right.
then, so whatever, everyone's balance isn't going to be the same,
Right.
because everyone doesn't need the same type of balance. So you have to identify and verify what that balance means in your relationship. And the
Right.
only way to do that is by communicating
Right.
and by gaining that understanding of what it is that you all's goals are in the relationship, financially and emotionally. So
Right,
what
right.
you need on both ends.
Right.
Look,
Hold on. Hey, let me
so
ask you.
hey, I'm gonna say this, man. This could be another topic.
Hold on. Let me say that. What's that bubbling sound?
Now I'm on the
That's
hookah.
him, baby. He's doing
Oh,
a
hookah.
Yeah.
hookah,
Oh,
man.
okay.
Yeah, so look.
It's all good. Go ahead, Jeremiah.
No, I didn't know what it was.
So this is gonna be on another topic.
Yeah.
It's gonna be time versus money. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be the heart versus mind, and a lot of people don't understand that. You know, when you out grinding, you out doing what you got to do to provide for your family. You know what I'm saying? That's time versus the money, right? So what's more important to you? You know, which time is with my family is very important, but the well-being of my family is also important as well.
Right.
And A submissive woman would know, look, she gonna step in the gap for mama and dad. You know what I'm saying? And it's also a man's responsibility to respect that woman as such and recognize what she's doing, recognize what she's going through. She going to bed every night without her man not beside her. You know what I'm saying? I kind of work out of time. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all got kids and they into sports, she gotta go be there at the games, watch her girlfriends go out with they significant others while she by herself. You know what I'm saying? It's respect goes both ways, not just because I'm the man bringing home the check, but let's tap into her emotions. You know what I'm saying? And see how she feel. But if you establish, that's the process to get to where you're going to success, and it's rough, and a lot of people don't understand it. Because you don't want to see it. Well, babe, I'm gonna miss the birthdays. I'm gonna miss holidays. I'm gonna miss anniversaries. I'm gonna miss a lot trying to get to where we're going.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
So
Long
you
as
let
she
her,
riding with you
yeah.
and she's mature, you got your mature woman. She love you. Y'all ride or die for each other. You good. But that is so damn hard to find now in that cesspool we have out there.
Hey, well, Black, let me ask you this. Do women have that to choose from these days?
That not these days, they ain't got shit, especially if they going 35 and under.
I know, right?
You ain't got a
You know what I'm
goddamn
saying?
thing to choose from.
Right.
That pool is so goddamn thin, you might well see two frogs in there and a rattlesnake.
Right.
And see, and that's the reason that a lot of women are okay with being side chicks, because they don't have a lot to choose from. So whatever attention they can get and whatever benefits they can get, whatever selfish benefits they can get from loving someone else's man, they're okay with that.
And they getting a lot of them getting their ass behind that now, though.
But so do you think that that's a form of submission? Is them being a side chick? Is the rules different?
No, I don't think that's a form of submission. I think that's a form of attempting to get something that makes them feel good. They don't, and then they just need something to emotionally attach to. And if they can't find, their own person, then they attach to something different. But that normally comes from women that have not received that type of love growing up, or received that acknowledgement and from their fathers or whomever the father figure was in their lives.
Right.
But it's a lot of women that
Richard Bailey when you get a break, Phantom.
So what now?
Address Richard Bailey when you get a break.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean, it's a lot of women, a lot of young ladies that grew up without their father figures in their life. You know what I'm saying? So if we're gonna go back to the submissive stage. If this woman used to being a breadwinner, running a household, and then a guy comes into their life, you can have some major clashes, right?
Yeah.
Because I know what I'm bringing. I'm bringing everything it is. You know what I'm saying? But you cannot expect her just to bow down. That's the wrong choice of words. You cannot expect her to be submissive when you haven't really proved your point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? And if you look at everything, it's a lot of single women out here that's raising these kids, raising these boys. You cannot, a woman, I'm gonna say this straight up. A woman cannot raise a boy to be a man because they don't know what we go through on a day-to-day basis, right? All right, so now, but she tries her best to do what she can. So now you coming in, you bringing in dominance, you bringing in leadership, you bringing in community, you bringing in everything. You know what I'm saying? So now she's not used to that. You know what I'm saying? So now y'all can start clashing because you see everything from like my side, black side,
male perspective.
male perspective, right?
Yeah.
We business, we going on, we getting it, you know what I'm saying? So now we come home and we need that little shoulder to lean on, we need that little hug, and we need this and we need that. But she's not used to it because she used to going out facing what she's facing. right?
Right.
So now you got the clashing that started, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now that's when the respect is earned. So
Right.
that's the process, right? And it ain't finna be pretty because
Right.
you got two lines going at it. You got the king, you got the queen.
Right.
But guess what? Once that male line prove itself, guess what that queen gonna do?
She gonna submit.
Amen.
She's gonna submit. Richard Bailey says 1, 0. When we asked the question, he said 1, 0 respect for men. 2, simps, dudes have placed them on pedestals. 3, social media has destroyed them.
Right.
4, the feeling of entitlement, and a lot of women feel entitled. 5, when it comes to sisters, they've been submissive to the white man, but not for a brother, and that's true. Because a woman gonna submit to a man that provide 3 essential things: food, clothing, and shelter. And when a man can provide food, clothing, and shelter, naturally she gonna submit to a man that have those needs. But when she's been on her own, when the houses are headed 70% of the houses are headed by single women, to bring a man inside of the situation can be a challenge for a woman, and to relinquish that power to a man is a challenge. I know some women I talk to, she says it's hard. You know, they get their education. They said a black woman is the most educated woman in the country, among the groups in the country. So now she's more educated. She's making more money. I think the average income for a black woman in America is about 35,000. I think that her max is about 60 to 70,000. So even when she's in a professional capacity, so she's making more money, she's getting more material things, but she by herself. So it's a struggle because she feels that she's independent, but she don't know that she just to find a compatible mate can issue a challenge to a woman. And when she find one, like my brother Jeremiah said, it's hard for them to submit to somebody, especially when they've been doing it for so long. I know I talked to a lot of women that had an issue.
Well, see,
Go ahead, Jay.
the thing. That's the thing.
Jay.
When a person of whatever caliber, whatever status, where they've been independent, but they find someone that is compatible with them, that's able to provide a sense of security and provide those things that they need outside of money.
Yeah.
You know, everybody keeps looking at money, but it's the emotions that appeal to women a lot, especially women that are independent.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Man, name one broke happy couple.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody say relationship ain't built on money or sex, right?
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, let me go back. So listen to what I stated. I said women that are independent, that have their own, they're looking more for an emotional establishment because they already have their bag, and they find someone that is comparable with them, money level, that's able to provide some type of security. That emotional level is more important than that money.
Now I have seen that.
Okay.
I have seen that, and I'm gonna go back.
Oh, okay. So you said make it on the same level, Jay, is what you said, that he's making the money on the same level she
He ain't
is?
necessarily got to make money on the same level. He's saying it's not about the money. She needs that emotional need met. I'm gonna go back to when I met Diana Ross' daughter, and she and I used to talk on a regular basis. Her thing, she said that she did not want a man, because she's independent. She did not want a man in the same profession, and she had no cap on what a man had to make. She mainly just wanted someone to love her and be there for her, be true for her, because she had her own money. You do have women. Now, we ain't talking about the women on our level, on the broke ass level, hard working level like us. He talks about a woman that's already got her money. They will. And I told you this years ago that she said that.
Listen to me.
Hey, but hold on. That was stated. I said that earlier.
let me say this, Jay.
Right.
Black, you a hustler. You.
We ain't talking about me.
Listen
I
to
said
what I'm.
there are
No,
women
no,
that
listen
have
to what I'm
money
saying.
that ain't messed up about what a man makes.
Listen to what I'm saying. They say that until a demand need to be met. They will say that until a demand need to be met, and she gonna remind you that she got more money than you. You can believe that hype if you want to, but her nature gonna kick in. You piss her off one time.
You used to dealing with broke ass women that ain't never had shit.
No. We ain't talking about that. You talking about something that's total ass backwards. That ain't in her nature. Once you do something you don't like, cause she gonna try to control you. Once you do something
that
she
just
don't
depends
like,
on what
she
type
gonna
of man
remind
you are.
you.
That
No,
depends on what type of man you are.
Depends on what
A
type of
woman
woman
do
it is.
what you allow her to do. A woman do what you allow her to do.
You allow her to do, but she gonna remind you. She still gonna remind you because you solely supposed to be in charge. And if she making more money than you can have that emotional support and them butterflies in your stomach. But as soon as you can't do something that she wants you to do, she gonna remind you how broke you are.
And guess
Now,
what?
hey,
Let me
look,
now, okay. Now that's the old way of thinking. Now let me tell you the new way of
that's
thinking.
a new way. That's
Okay.
natural. Like the sun
Okay. That's
rising
the
in the
natural
east,
right.
the west.
That's the natural way of thinking. Now let me tell you the way it should be thought out.
Yeah, that's natural. It ain't
You,
no
let me,
way
right.
to
That's
be
the
thought
natural
out.
way of thinking.
That's the way
and
it
you
goes
can't do
because
nothing about the natural way. You're right.
That's why we asking the question why it's so hard for a man find a woman submissive to a man these days because
Now let
we
me
want
tell
to play
you.
them
Let me
games
go back
with
to
the
your
women.
scenario though.
Yeah.
Let me go back to your scenario. Everything you said is
She
right.
gonna throw that up in your face.
She can throw it up in his face. Guess what?
Yeah.
Everything you said is right, right?
Yeah.
But when you're a person like Jeremiah, myself, Austin, we gonna already know who we are and our work.
Yeah.
So she can throw that in our face all day, but we know what we make, and we know that we don't need her either.
Yeah.
So that we together because we want to be together. I don't need you.
Again,
you don't need me. So she can throw that in her face all day. But she throw it too many times. A nigga who know its worth gonna say bye.
Making that money, Jay ain't making that money, and you ain't making that money. She gonna remind you. She gonna coddle you for a second, and then she gonna let you know who the boss is if you ain't making that money.
Hey,
and a real ass nigga, know how to get out of that shit. When you know your worth, when you know your worth, you ain't fucked up about that. And number one, Austin ain't gonna be with nobody like that. Jeremiah ain't gonna be with nobody like that, and I ain't gonna be with nobody like that.
You ain't gonna be nobody.
The minute that disrespect come in, the minute that disrespect walk in the door,
you ain't gonna
she
be with
out the
nobody.
door.
You ain't gonna be with
I mean,
nobody.
but, hey,
You
that
ain't
goes
gonna be
back-
with nobody like
Hey,
that.
that goes back to what I said.
Jeremiah and Jay ain't gonna be with nobody like that because you're not gonna put yourself in that position of
But
a
that
woman
goes back
doing
to
that.
what I
But that's
said
what
earlier.
they do.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen. You can walk in. You can walk in a job. You can walk in a relationship making $80,000 to $100,000 a year. Your ass can get laid off today because somebody could buy that company and lay your ass off. Now she's making the money. You looking for a job. It depends on who you marry or who you choose to be with, bro.
Exactly. That's why you got to choose. Just how Vanessa Williams' character did her husband in the movie Soul Food. She remind him fast that she earned more money than he do.
Man, you would have to look at the percentage.
And ain't nothing wrong with that.
Every woman does not do that.
Like I said,
every woman do it. When you get put in the position,
that's a lie. You can't say
you ain't never been in that position, Jay.
But if you know your worth, what that brother should have did was said, you take your money and you do what you gonna do. I'm gonna take my money and do what I want to do because there's more bitches out there that's gonna appreciate me and what I bring to the table. Apparently she don't. So that was his problem for staying in that bullshit. That's his problem.
But that's what he did. But that's what they do.
And that's his
gonna
problem.
let you know.
If you also look at that he wasn't providing her the emotional support that she needed either.
Right.
So that's the issue.
He said she wasn't supplying. He wasn't giving her the emotional support she needed either.
Go ahead.
But the thing,
run that bullshit if you want to.
Hey, look, the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? When he was trying to talk to her,
that birds and emotional support.
No. When he was trying to talk to her,
better have you some bread.
And we ain't talking about money. We're talking about support, emotional support right now. When he tried to talk to her, and he told her his dream, guess what she did? Just because she made me want it, didn't he?
Yeah.
She shut him down.
Shut him down.
Right. And so let's talk about
support him. Did she support him, Jeremiah? She didn't.
She did.
But look,
she did.
Women that actually would do that.
That ain't
in her. You have to look at that, and you cannot say all
that goes
women.
all the way back to what I said at first.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
If a woman gonna recognize your hustle, and just because you fall off, if she gotta come out the bag, she already know. I still got a beast behind me.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
I still got a beast behind me. All right, you got to come out your bag. But guess what? I'm gonna go get this bag. I'm gonna put this bag in front of you, and I'm gonna get it back to you.
Gonna get it back.
But
exactly.
But now, if she don't understand what she got behind her, and you throw it up in my face, really, just because I'm down right now? Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
And you need to get out of it.
Yeah. You need to get out of it.
Worst thing you can do. That's the worst thing you can do. When a man decides to open up to you, man,
but
throw it back up in his face.
The problem wasn't no real man. A real man know his worth.
The problem is you talking about you coming to a woman that got money, and you finna come in with some emotional support. You better eventually come in with something that's gonna contribute.
Hey, well, look,
to that situation. I mean, you just can't be no bomb dude laying on the sofa.
You talking about some flowers.
You just can't be no dude laying on the sofa playing PlayStation, trying to provide
crazy as hell. Talking about some emotional support. You better get off your ass. Because she gonna let you know. She gonna let you know. Go ahead, Jeremiah.
I got a question. So look, bullshit. You take your bread, right? Yeah. You put it in behind her, push her to get to where she want to go.
Right.
And then turn around, you got to hear something like that.
No, but if you
just after that. So now you took everything that you invested, right?
Right.
You taking your money, you taking your time, you taking your energy. She in college, she doing her thing. She ain't got to call on nobody for no tuition, no nothing. You footing the bill. You there with her. And then get up on her feet, and then she remind you.
She cut you. That's different because you helping her. You look at that, Jay. You helping her in this situation. You helping her get through college. You helping her do this. In Jay's situation, he talking about she already got money and she just wants somebody for emotional support. Eventually, that's cool to have the emotional support. But if you get that woman upset, she gonna let, and then like you say, you can bail out, you can do what you want to do, but she gonna eventually let you know who the boss is. Because that's what she do.
It depends on the woman and the type of woman that you have.
She gonna pull it out.
You can't be a bum just laying on the couch.
We're not talking about being a bum. We're not talking about being a bum.
You have to
have an emotional support.
Some money. You just can't be a. You just can't be.
They're not honey. With some sugar and honey, and you think she's gonna be straight with that?
Hey, Austin.
You want her to submit?
Let Brizzle tell it. Let Phantom tell it. Any woman who makes more than you, she feel like she gonna be better than you, and she gonna eventually tell you.
Hey, she black.
I'm not saying that. We're not saying that. I didn't say that. I said, no, basically what I said, you talking about bringing some emotional support. We gonna see how the emotion. Hold on, Black.
If she making more money than you, she gonna remind you that she's making more money than you.
No, I said
you can't say that.
No, you misinterpreted. I said if she making more money than you, and you coming with that emotional support, you get her upset and you do something she don't like. She control you by her purse string. She gonna let you know who the boss is and who makes.
All right, let me ask you this.
First of all, if she making 90 and I'm making 70, then
let me ask you
this. Ain't no 19.
Okay,
we talking about now.
I'm talking about 90,000 and 70,000.
Man,
if she making 90,000, I'm making 70,000. That ain't much of a swing.
But you talking about emotion. We talking about emotion. You talking about some emotional support.
Right, you still giving some emotional support. You can't just you just can't be.
But you just said emotional support.
Okay,
ain't
but
talking
you
about just
said
laying
that
up.
is
you
what I
said
said.
you said
You making more
you
money
said
than you. You said
Phantom,
that, Jay. You
that they
said that.
can't make. That you said that if she makes more money
No, I
than you,
didn't. No,
when
I
you
didn't.
make her upset,
No, I
she
didn't.
gonna remind
I
you.
said
She
she
didn't say
gonna
I can
remind
remind
you.
shit.
If you bringing emotional support, she gonna remind you and let you know if she
Look,
taking care of you.
okay,
Are
but
you,
you
are you
also
missing the
said
point where
if
I'm
she
saying
making
you have to
more
make
money
money
than you,
too?
you quote unquote, and we're recording,
Uh-huh.
quote unquote. You said if she making more
More
money than
money than
you,
you.
you
You
gonna
get her upset.
remind you. When you make her upset, she gonna
No,
remind
she
you.
gonna remind you and let you know. You push her enough, she gonna let you know who the boss is. She gonna let you know. And she ain't gonna be submissive.
Hey man, hey, that goes back to what I said earlier. Is the form of respect that's built. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Right.
don't it don't care
She gonna
about the
let you
bag
know.
that you bring. It don't care about the bag that you bring in. If you establish, even on when you down,
Right.
that you are a beast,
Jeremiah,
you are
that's
alive.
different
Then,
though.
you know,
That's
I don't want
different though.
to. You
Yeah,
know what
that's
I'm saying?
different.
So
Yeah.
no, because it's some people that I know, like women, they got a bigger bag than their husband, and
Mm-hmm.
no, they would dare not to disrespect them like that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because the respect is already instilled, with the respect
Mm-hmm.
is already earned. You
Right.
feel me?
Tell him,
So that
Richard.
goes back to what I said at first. Like when she respect you,
But what did he do to earn her respect? That
Look
that's
what
yeah,
Richard
she
that that's
said.
making
what
Look
more.
I
what
Hold
just
on,
Richard
said.
said,
she
though. Look
making
what
more
Richard
money.
said.
She making more
Huh?
money. She
No,
making more.
it ain't
But
really
look what
about the
you
money.
doing.
It
Look
ain't
what
really
you
about the
doing.
money.
It ain't
You
about
a
the
It's
money.
hustler.
Look
not.
what
It's
You
not
a
really about the
hustler.
Read
money.
what Richard just said.
The women they respect hustlers. We
No,
not
Read
talking
what
about
Richard
somebody
said.
bringing
No,
emotional
read
support.
what Richard just put.
We talking about emotional support. He
Read
said
Richard.
so we talking about
women with
emotional
money
support,
take
but
care
hold
of
on, but we talking
bum
about two different
ninjas
things right
all
here.
the time. Yeah,
You know
they
what I'm
with
saying?
bum
Like
ninjas
we
all the
talking about
time.
two different things right here, right?
Yeah. Now
So
you're a
now,
hustler. We're not talking
so a
this
woman,
panel. We're not talking about this panel that you gonna just lay up and just be free fall. But when you talking
no, you
about
can't.
bringing emotional support, you got to bring something else with it. Is the point that I'm
What
making.
that goes back to what I said at first, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I said,
you're
And I
only listening
agree
to
with
one
you.
part of my
I
statement.
agree
huh?
with you.
You know
No,
what I'm
that's
No,
saying?
what you
I'm
said.
talking to Phantom. You
No,
listen to only
we
one
No,
part
on
of
the
my
same
statement.
you
page.
said some
I
emotional
said if
support.
they have money and you're it doesn't matter if they're making more than you. If you're
All right.
bringing that emotional stability to them, then that outweighs that $20,000 or $30,000 more that they're making than
All
you.
right. Okay.
Okay, look. I'm gonna say this right.
All right.
Okay, now,
Hey,
so
and even Latanya say a man with structure they respect. You
they
ain't gotta
respect
have
it.
more money. It ain't about the
Okay.
money. Now that's that
It ain't
80,
about.
that's that 80, that 70, 80, 90 shit you on.
All
These
right.
days, them bitches making their money, them women making their money, man.
He
But
Women
hey,
making
right.
their money, man.
said, yeah, they making their money.
They making
So,
their money.
so the
So
question is, why is it so hard for a man to find a submissive woman?
Because
Because
it's
of
hard
that.
for a woman to find a man to respect.
Because of that, you want to bring the emotional support. She making more money than you, and you do something, or you find and you get down. Do you really see what type of woman you got?
yeah,
Period.
that's the type of woman
Hey,
you chose.
Yeah,
You
that's the type.
choosing the
Yeah,
wrong
hey,
that's the
women,
type of
my
woman
brother.
I bet
Nah,
the
don't
difference on
talk.
that.
It ain't.
every
This
woman
don't have
ain't gonna
nothing to
be
do with
like
me.
that.
No, not every woman
What?
gonna be like that.
But you said
But
that
is
every
it?
woman is gonna be like that.
No,
So make up
you
your
said
mind.
that. You said that.
No,
You talking
you
about this
said that
emotional support
every
like you don't
woman
have.
once you get
You just
down,
said. You
they
just
they
said
gonna
like you
leave
don't
you
got
with
nothing to
they
give,
gonna
and
remind
all
you.
you want to give
You
is
stated that.
emotional support. What you gonna get some emotional? What you gonna do with them? You can't pay bills with emotional support. You gotta.
Again,
You
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 better
gonna.
read
are
what Richard
missing the
said.
point
You
You
that
better
I
can't pay
read
just
what
bills.
said.
Richard said.
You
Read what
can't
Richard
pay
said.
bills.
Hold up, y'all. Let's
You can't pay
pause and
bills.
let him read what Richard just
Yep. It
said.
says
Go ahead,
women
Phantom.
with
Read what
money.
Richard put out there.
Women with money take care of bum ninjas all the time, and their names are usually Pookie and Man Man. Their only job is play pipe and drive around in their car. But the point is, I'm not talking about those that's not working. I'm talking about you. You trying to lay some emotional support and
Hey,
not bring nothing to the table.
no. He
You
said
gonna get drunk.
Austin didn't say not bring nothing to the table. He said
Not
you
bring nothing to
can't
the
be a
table. You gonna
bum.
get drunk.
He said if she making $20,000 or $30,000 more than him, and he's bringing emotional support to the table that she needs because she already got her money.
Right.
She got her money. he has money. He ain't no bum ass nigga. But
You're not
Richard
no
just
bum.
said
Nah, you're
they
not no
take
bum
care
if
of
you
bum
rich.
guys all the time.
Right.
And you
Hey,
know that you even
you
said
want to know
that in the
what
previous
that is?
podcast
Right.
that a guy ain't doing number slanging that thing and he dropping a woman. And you seen this when you was working at Chase. He
Right.
dropped off at Chase with a pacifier in his mouth, come go and play the video game at her crib, come back late to pick her up. You seen that yourself.
Right.
And she
Right.
made
Hey,
more
look,
money than him because he's sitting on the couch playing
video games
Madden
on.
all
Hey,
goddamn day with his
hey, I
homeboy.
said that. I said that earlier though, right?
Right. Right.
Yeah. You
In my
told yeah.
comments. So my thing is, you know, you
It ain't
talk about
about the
emotional
money.
support, but there are some women, man, that understand. It's some women that paid the way for themselves, right?
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Went through college, got their degree, and still submissive to the T. Only thing they looking for is leadership. Can you run this household? And if you fail, I got you.
Right.
That goes back to the king and the queen, man. Like lions, bro. When that dude can't get out there and hunt, guess what she going to do?
She going to, but he was a hunter at first.
My
When he
point
changed,
exactly.
she got it.
That's what I said earlier.
Right.
The respect
She's a
gonna
hunter
be,
at first.
you know what I'm
She
saying?
know what he can do. She know his potential.
Right. And so
But
she gotta respect it. Even though if you fall off, she wouldn't dare disrespect you saying you broke, you
exactly.
wouldn't do this, you wouldn't do that. You feel
But
me?
he not.
But
But
she know the beast that she got behind her, right?
right, because she
Right.
showed. Look here, Jeremiah. He showed her that he's a beast. He fell
Right.
down. He didn't come to the
He
situation with
come
no
on.
emotional support. He came her to being a
Hey,
beast, and
look,
that
I'm
beast
But
finna
you
fell
didn't
down,
you
and
you
are
she
look,
saw that.
you're
you finna
still
be good.
missing
Hey,
part of
Look,
what my
hey, look,
statement was.
his emotional
Jeremiah.
support his emotional support, his
Came
emotional
with that
support,
work.
His
That
emotional
emotional
he
support
support
got
was
the he
like,
came
got the
from
money,
that
but
was
work.
like,
I just seen the guy come straight to the door with nothing but his dick in his hand, and he ran the whole household.
But that's Pookie and Ray Ray.
but look, but
But
black,
it but
what
it
I
That's
but
was
it but
Pookie
it
saying,
and Ray
happened.
Ray. But that
his,
emotional support, you
his
got to
emotional
show something.
support is
Go
this:
ahead. Go ahead.
you're gonna be good no matter the situation, what it is. Even if I'm old, broke down, we gonna
Mm-hmm.
make it. You ain't gonna go without. You feel me?
Right.
And that's what I think a lot of, today's, it ain't pretty, it ain't glamorous.
Right.
I'm a country boy. And I
Right.
tell my baby, I don't care what goes on, we're gonna eat.
Right. Right.
You feel me?
April said, James, you're correct. You can't pay bills with emotional support. But at the same time, a man is about his bag. If he has a woman that encourages him, pushing him to those standards, she will respect him. He has to see her hustle just like she has to know he has her back as well. That's what you're saying, Jeremiah. But when we come into the city, I'm just gonna get with a woman and she tell me we need some emotional support and she got bills to pay. Of course, I got money. She's making more money. But when you come to the situation and that's the only gun she have, sometimes is to let you know she the boss. That happens sometimes. Do it happen all the time? No, but you don't put yourself in them situations. And I know, and I'm gonna be clear. I know none of y'all put yourself in the situation, but women done that because we seen it done. We
Okay.
seen what
Now,
happened. You see what it happened to plenty men. They get
the only thing
emasculated
that
by women that
I
make
feel
that.
like that you missed on the whole thing,
I didn't miss anything.
right? You didn't miss nothing, but the only thing
No.
that I think you missed on, you didn't miss anything,
Okay.
but I think you missed on.
Okay.
Austin said that emotional support. He didn't say a joker who couldn't bring nothing to the table. He said sometimes even though they making a woman who has everything, making her own, getting her own bag, may only be missing emotional support. He didn't say that's all he's bringing to the table. He also threw in that if she's making 90,000 and he's making 70, that's just a $20,000 swing. So he's not coming in there broke. So he is able to contribute. He is contributing to the well-being. But on the same note, the main thing he's giving is emotional support, which she's missing. Because like I say, when I talked to Tracy Ellis Ross, her main thing was she did not want a man. She didn't care about a man making more than her, equal to her. She just needed somebody who she could love, who loved her for who she is, who had her back emotionally. She was more of that because she had everything that she wanted at that time. So she says she's not looking to date anyone equal or up to her. She just mainly wants somebody for emotional stability. Is
Mm-hmm.
mainly
what,
what
Black?
she was saying, because she was taken care of financially.
Mm-hmm.
And
You
when
know
she
what,
said
Black?
that, I started seeing things totally different when it comes to women with money.
Mm-hmm.
Women with money, they have it. So they like, a lot of women would tell you, if you say, hey, I heard you talking about your electric bill being $560. I could help you with that. A woman that got her own, a real woman, would get offended. Do I look like I need some money? So it depends on the woman that you're talking to, the woman that you're trying to get involved with. Because if she's on her
That's
shit,
true.
probably raised by a
That's
dad or
true.
something, got that hustle in her.
Yeah, that's
If you
true.
offer
That's
to
true.
buy, like a guy was trying to holler at mine, and he was like, "Hey, shawty, I can get you some Jordans and all that stuff." And she looking at him like, "Do I look like I need some damn Jordans?" So a lot of women ain't fucked up about that money if they making their own. They got their own bag. They ain't really want that. And a lot of women don't want men to rub nothing in their face these days. If a man paying this, pay your car note, pay your rent, pay
And
your this, he ain't
men
gonna
don't want
say
the same
something.
thing. Yeah. It's
So
all
so a lot of times these days, women ain't really messed up about that, especially if they got their own. So it depends on the type of woman you're talking to.
right. So Latanya says some women want to know if a man can take care of himself also. Can they hold themselves down and have standards? This is not about being a boss. It's about being comfortable with you, with and what you have together, reaching a goal of success.
And exactly, and that's what I was
I
saying.
respect
When a
that. I
man
agree with that.
know his worth, that's
Right.
what she's saying. When a man knows his worth, he good.
Right.
She don't need him. He don't need her. They want each other, and those are the relationships that work.
And that's what I've
But
always stated, that
Hey,
if
can
you
I ask a
come into a
question?
relationship where you need something from the other person, then it's not gonna work.
Right.
Hey,
Go ahead, Jeremiah.
can I ask a question? Straight up. So, all right, you this man, you flying high. Don't need nothing, don't need nobody. You know, that goes back to the decisions earlier. You make a few wrong decisions, you fall.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
you need that shoulder to lean on. You need that emotional support.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Now go back to the line that the line has got to go out and hunt. Make a kill.
Right.
So would I be dimmed simply because I fell off?
No.
No, I mean we can say no.
Yeah.
We can say no.
Right. But
Us.
that's when you see with a woman, you see what she at when you get there.
Okay. So now, if talking in the neutral, a guy meet a young lady, and he's on his downfall. You know what I'm saying? He's on the bottom side of the wave.
Right.
So would he be condemned, and would he be what's that? I mean, I'm just asking.
Right.
Again, that depends on what type of woman you
Type
have.
of woman, yeah, right.
And even if she's making more money than you, according to Phantom, she's gonna leave you. But
you said that. You talking about this emotional support,
Black,
and you saying
Black,
something
can you
that's
correct him?
unreal.
Can you correct him?
No.
What he was saying was,
I was saying with the emotional support, a woman just needs some emotional support. She making the money. You need emotional support, but emotional support ain't gonna pay the bills.
he didn't. But the key thing you missed on that was he has money, but he has money. He has money. She makes 20 grand more.
I'm not saying
If you would have
that he don't
listened,
have no money. No,
he said,
I'm telling you. I'm telling you that I didn't say that he wasn't making no money. You said you coming to a situation
if
where you
all
just
you
need emotional
bringing
support.
to the table
She
is
gonna let you
emotional
know.
support. So
Is she gonna let you
once
know?
you said if that's all you bringing, that means you didn't include money. You said if all you bringing is emotional support. If I say if we need apples and we need oranges, and all you bringing is apples to the party,
Yeah.
You said if all you bringing is emotional support, she gonna throw that in your face.
Right.
You didn't include. He said 20 grand. If she making 20, it's a 20 grand spread.
Yeah.
So
She's
he's
still
bringing
making more
money.
money.
She
But
just
she's
makes
still
more
making
than
more
him.
money than him. She's still making more money than him, though.
Right.
Yeah. She's still making more money than him, though.
She making more money than him. So you said that the fact that she's making 20 grand more than him, that she would throw in his face that I'm the boss.
No,
you're nothing. I make more money than you.
I said if she's making more money than you, you get her upset. In some circumstances, they gonna let you know who the boss is.
Then that means you with the wrong bitch.
Right.
I was asking a question. Can I ask a question?
You chose the wrong bitch. Because if she like that, you shouldn't be with her no way.
Right. She's making more money than you. So you got the emotional support. Yeah, you making the money, but you got emotional support. But when something needs to get done and she needs your help and you can't do it, then we'll see.
But like he say, he playing with 70 grand. He playing with 70 grand. She playing with 90 grand.
But
so
if she got something to
help
take
her,
care of,
he just said that all she required at that time was emotional support.
A woman just ain't gonna all just require just emotional support. There's other aspects with a woman she gonna require. You think she just gonna have emotional support?
Independent women like Latanya right here, she didn't live by herself. She didn't raise kids by herself. She don't really need a man for a goddamn thing. The only thing a man could bring Latanya White is more shit to come together to make her stuff bigger. But she always been on her shit since she was a teenager. Always had her own since she was a teenager. A man can't do nothing but enhance her finance. That's it. She don't need him for nothing else. So if she choose to be with a joker that ain't bringing nothing to the table but emotional support, a little dick every now and then, she can do that because she's independent.
Right.
It ain't about that money because she making it. She always had it. And I'm not speaking from what I heard. I'm talking from what I know and what I've seen.
Right.
So she is one who I can say I've seen that ain't messed up about what a man brings to the table. But if she decides to give you the time of day seriously, you're going to have your shit together.
Right.
Because she ain't finna take care of no man. She ain't finna take care of now man, but she don't need now to make her who she is either.
Exactly. So you just can't come with her with just emotional support.
Unless she wants you to. She have had men that just came with emotional support. Because she don't need nothing.
Right.
She picks the men according to what she needs. And look what she answered from what I said. She said, exactly. So I'm telling you what I know. So all women ain't chasing, ain't depending on no man to bring nothing.
We ain't talking about. We're not talking about bringing nothing to no table. We talking about some emotional support. You just
if she want emotional support, if she go get a man for emotional support.
Bring it on the emotional support, and you gonna sit there and be her emotional support. That's what you doing. You being a man to the table for emotion. She be on that shit, and all she need is emotional support. That's a woman need more than just emotional support. You gonna be with that woman, stay in that woman.
Let's identify.
He used to dealing with broke ass bitches.
No. You want to deal with some emotional support. You think you're gonna come in the house?
Let's identify what emotional support is.
This my husband. And what he do? Oh, he just here for emotional support.
Again, you missing an aspect where I said that he has money
that's
too.
Ridiculous.
So if you can
bringing emotional support,
you need to start listening. One thing you're not listening. That's the thing you're not doing. You're not listening.
Well, listen.
You're not listeing. That's the first thing.
Most of them will do that crap, then throw it back in your face. They will. Especially when they've been independent and they've been on their grind. Not what Jeremiah said. Jeremiah said, if you've been a wolf and that wolf get down and that woman help you back up, that's her nature and her job is to help you get back up. But if you come in there with the emotional support, I'm coming in with the emotional support.
Again,
you don't really.
You gotta be a wolf.
taking the whole
You gotta be a
context.
wolf.
Time out.
You gotta be a
Time out.
wolf.
Time out.
You gotta
Hold
be
up.
a wolf.
Okay.
You gotta be a wolf.
This is where it blacked out at. This is what happened. He didn't understand the fact that you wasn't saying that that's all you bringing. James stated, Austin stated that the only thing that the woman is missing in her life is the support.
You gotta have more than emotional support.
No. Listen.
You got to.
Listen, we know that. Let me talk. We know that. Now I'm finna clear that up.
You can call them.
We understand.
All you want to. We
come on, man. Are you gonna talk or am I gonna talk?
Emotional support.
Okay. Are you gonna talk or you gonna let me talk?
Go ahead.
Now you said go ahead, so you need to shut the fuck up.
No. But you don't have to be. You don't have to do that. You don't have to call.
I have to because you keep coming in.
You're talking about some emotional support.
You didn't say that. We didn't heard you 1,000 times. Your new name from the rest of the podcast is emotional support. Okay, we know that. Yeah, so change your phantom or whatever you got your name on that to emotional support. We know that.
You talking about some emotional support.
The deal was, this is what he said. If a woman has everything she needs, and the only thing she needs from a man is emotional support, I'm gonna say some dick every now and then. Okay? If that's all she needs, she ain't fucked up about what he brings to the table. A woman picks a man, Let me talk, bro.
Go ahead.
Let me talk, bro.
Back in your face.
We ain't, and let me tell you about that. Okay, if all she needs is a good dicking down every now and then, her bills are paid. Listen, my nigga.
She not built like that, bro. I don't care what you say.
Right, but let me speak though. I let you speak, man. I didn't say shit while you was just saying your shit.
That's why. Hold up,
man.
That's why it's so hard for a man to find a woman that'll submit these days.
All right, now back to what I'm saying. So I'm gonna complete what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
The deal is this: the number one thing Austin said is all the woman required, because she got all her shit together, was emotional support, because she don't have that. And like Jeremiah said, when he'd been working hard, going through everything, stressed out, when he come home, he be wanting that emotional support from his woman. So say if that woman's out there independent, making that bag, and she gets a man, she not gonna, if she choose to pick a man like Richard said, they'll get a broke joker and take care of him. But if she choose to get a man that's gonna be there for her, offering emotional support. Austin did not say that's all he got. He just said that's all she wants at that time.
That's not all she
said
says
that if she get in a bind, listen, you said if she get in a bind and she needs something and she asks him, and if he can't provide, then it may be a problem. But the only thing right now that he was saying that woman may want or need, a successful woman like Latanya may need, is emotional support at that time. She don't need no money. House paid for, car paid for, children
grown. That don't matter. That don't trump who she is as a woman. You just can't give a woman just emotional support. You got to be more than giving her emotional support.
Like Tracy Ellis Ross said, and you can inbox her, do whatever. She said she don't need no man to complete her.
And
she has everything she wants.
Single.
She wants a man to be there to love her, to support her, and be there for her. Be truthful to her, to love her. She did not say to pay my bills, to help me with rent, to pay my car note.
We talking about who she is as a woman. You just can't come to the table with just
that's up to that woman,
support.
Big man. That's up to the woman you dealing with. But the broke women that you deal with, the broke women that you're talking about, if I'm talking about the women on the level at which you're talking about, of course you need to bring a whole lot to the table. But Austin made clear that if she already have money and she's on her shit already, she ain't really looking for no man to do this and that and that and that.
I say there's a sale on TikTok. Yeah, but you said what you think.
We talking about some emotional support. Just what Jeremiah said. You get in a bind, you get down, and she know you that wolf. She know you that dog. You getting it in, and you get down. She come and support you because that's what she does. Now, when you come in with emotional support, you got to come with something else. You just can't come with emotional support. Yeah, you got money too, but you
He
just
didn't
can't
say
come
that's
with
all he
emotion.
coming with.
You
He
just
say
can't come with
sometimes
emotional support.
all a woman wants is emotional support.
Yeah, and you better
He
help
didn't
pay
say
the
that's
bills
all he
too.
was bringing. He
You better
said
help pay
that
the
may be
bills
what
too.
she's missing.
Yeah,
Like
that's what
I
she's
watch
missing
interviews on social media
in
where they
conjunction
ask
with you
women
helping
that's
to pay them
successful,
bills.
what are you missing? Women that's single and successful, she say, what are you missing? She say, well, I have all the money I want. Everything's paid for. The only thing I miss is being loved.
Yeah.
Only thing I miss is someone to come home to vent to every day. But other than that, I'm
But you
fine
gotta
being
do
single.
more than that. Yeah, you
Hey,
gotta
look,
do
hey,
more
hey,
than
D
that.
Black. I often touch on
Go
this.
ahead.
You know, hey, look, hey, you say kind of plug your ears, plug your ears, plug your ears. You know what I'm saying? And it's for the real ones out there that's doing it for real, but you got a lot of plug boys out there too. You know what I'm saying? That make it hard. That make it hard for that got us real genuine and supportive of a woman. So they'll take these women that's really hustling and grinding. I didn't. You good? That's really hustling and grinding and kind of tap on their emotions, play on their emotions, and then once we come along and we offer what we offer, they got the guard so high up, man, they don't even pay us, dollar to the day. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's what a lot of women
Check your
fight.
inbox, Latane.
And look, and that's what a lot of women that's what they fighting through, bro. Because you got these cats, man. If you step back and look at this situation as a whole, the industry as a whole, corporate America for one, trucking, manual labor. You got women out here that's grinding. You got guys that, man, these dudes like weak sperm, bro. I'm gonna shoot straight. You know what I'm saying? They're not like what we watched growing up. They're not.
Right.
So, and that goes back to what I said earlier.
Right.
So they have to pick. They got a slim choice, bro.
Yeah.
These guys ain't like that. And then it's so tough out here. You got a few guys that have been in jail.
Right.
Who we gonna talk with? Let's keep it logic. We got a few guys that have been in jail.
Yeah.
So they got a background. So what they do, you go fill out job application, check your background. Oh, you got this, you got that on your background. So now you can't get a job that's not paying nothing.
Right.
Right? I'm right.
Yeah.
So now you already down, bro. I can't, I got these responsibilities that I can't fulfill.
Yeah.
And I can't even make the money.
Yeah.
So only job I can go working at Walmart, nigga, pushing buggies.
Yeah.
I done did that.
Exactly.
I done did that. So that's what people want to see. You know what I'm saying? Now I see a woman that I like, but she, her title. That's what a lot of people has got into, the title.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Her title is more than mine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, what you do? I push buggies at Walmart. So that make you different from me?
Exactly.
I mean, if we're gonna keep it light, let's keep it all
see, and then we're gonna and the average man, he gonna make $45,000 a year, $40,000.
Man, we ain't talking about money.
No. Let's
take money.
Go ahead.
Let's take
because
money.
I'm gonna make a point.
No,
We're
please.
talking about this emotional
Yeah,
support.
we got
Go
Latane,
ahead.
we
y'all,
talking
so
about
I want to
emotional
hear from a
support.
woman's perspective after Jeremiah.
Go ahead,
So look, let's take money out the equation, right?
Right.
So I'm emotional screwed, right? Screwed. So I gotta push buggies at Walmart. What Walmart pay? Like $7 an hour? You feel me?
No. Yeah.
Yeah, I done push the buggies. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm talking to a woman making $200,000 a year.
Yeah.
So who is emotionally screwed? Right?
Come on now.
So that's why I said let's take the finances out this equation. Right? But at the end of the day, I'm displaying. I'm somebody you can lean on, I'm somebody you can depend on. I'm a beast.
Right.
Even if it causes us clashing,
right.
I'm still a dog. One thing about a wolf leads from the back. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So when I'm leading, I can see a lot of things. I've been through a lot of things,
Right.
man. And that would take a humble
Right.
person to accept what I just said.
Right.
You know, how you gonna tell me, you know, you making 30,000, I'm making 200,000? A little
Mm-hmm.
short. I done made some mistakes. You feel me?
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it goes all the way back to what I said in the first.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter your
Right.
financial state of being. It's what you display as being a man. Can you lead? Can you show her that you this beast? I got this hunger inside of me. My family's not finna suffer for
Right.
one.
Right.
If
Right.
I gotta go pick up cans on the side of the road, and I don't
Mm-hmm.
care what you bringing in, it's about
Right.
what the bag I'm bringing in. You feel
Mm-hmm.
me?
Right.
If you
Right.
can't respect it, you
And
disrespect
like
it.
he stated, she making more than him, but he out there getting it. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it really don't matter. Latanya is on, I think. Speak
Yeah.
on that situation, Latanya, please. We need to hear you.
But
Speaking that,
I mean, it's just like black. You know,
I don't see the name.
Yeah, she
a
there.
lot of
Latanya there. She hold on. I gotta unmute her. Hold on, Jeremiah. Let's see, you can't. All right, unmute yourself, Latanya. You on.
Brother, one of the brothers on here said that if a woman making more money than a man, uh, she'll throw it up in his face, and he has to bring more than what's required for that woman.
I mean, let's not talk about the money, but you know what I'm saying. That's what a lot of people get it misconstrued, bro.
Yeah, no. What the point I was making was we're dealing with the emotional support. I get it. We're dealing with emotional support. I'm telling you, dealing with a woman. You making $20,000 less than she is. If she controlling her house, she's taking care of her business, and she's been doing that all her life, and you coming with some emotional support. She did it all this life, took care of children, did this all her life, and you coming in her life 20, 30 years up, she's 20, 30 years old, 40 years old, been taking care of business, handling her business. So she got a certain mindset. You coming with some emotional support.
Man, you coming
Yes,
with
you coming.
baggage.
You
Let me
coming right.
You
You
coming
coming
with
with
baggage.
right, and you coming with that. You
let
saying
me ask you this.
some emotional support, but you got to come with more than that because she's been taking care of the business. She not gonna relinquish what she got going on. Yeah, she need that because she's been dealing with that for so long. But you talking about just having emotional support, you got to have more than that. Yeah, she
Let me
making a
ask you
little bit
this,
more
Jay.
money
Let me
than you.
ask you this, Phantom.
Yeah,
Did she choose him? Did she accept him for the
yeah.
emotional support?
She accepted them for emotional support in the beginning. When you in a relationship in the beginning, you choose people for who they are and what they is. But in that relationships require certain things. You have to be in that relationship, and you're gonna have to contribute at some point.
Let me
You
ask you
just
this.
can't. You just
Let me
cannot
okay.
contribute at
Okay.
some.
Now
You
let me
just
ask
can't
you
do
this.
that.
She making 90,000.
She,
Let's just
yeah.
say he's making. Let's just say he's making 70,000. Do you
Uh-huh.
think at some point, if she needed something with him making 70 grand and he's dating her, that he can provide if she asks?
Of course.
Okay, so where the
She like,
argument is?
wait a second, bro. Wait a second. Because she has the 90,000 and the 70,000. What if he can't? What if he got a situation going on that he making 70,000, but he can't contribute to that?
That's
Is
a
she
different
really needed?
situation.
And then
That's a
wait a
different
second,
situation.
but it happens though.
That
And
happens.
you're
That's a
gonna
different
see what
situation.
it is. You're gonna
But
see what
but
it is.
but 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 the initial situation was
But
she
that
got she
emotional,
was making
support and that
she's
flour and
right.
sugar
Listen, the
and honey in
initial
the sky ain't gonna
situation,
work.
from what I'm understanding, and I may be wrong, but the initial situation was if she has all the money, all her bills, and everything is taken care of, she on her shit. She chooses a man, but she chooses a man for emotional support. He's not a bum. He makes 70 grand a year,
Time out.
which is a 20-year swing from what she makes. Don't you think that if down the line, if something happened and she did need his financial support in some shape, form, or fashion. If he's a real man, he's gonna offer it anyway. The key thing that I felt like the key issue in that situation was she has everything. The only thing that she's missing in her life is emotional support. And she chooses a man that gives her, that she feels like she hung out with him enough. She see where his heart at, how his mind is, and she say, hey, this is the emotional support that I need. Sometimes women and men just need emotional support. They don't need your money. But on the same note, if she's a woman and if he's a real man, he's going to be stable enough to make sure he's able to carry himself. Like Latanya said, he needs to be able to carry himself.
Exactly, bro.
That's that structure, some emotional support.
I didn't hear you. What you said?
That's that structured emotional support.
That's structured emotional support. So you bringing that, but you got to bring other in conjunction with the emotional support.
But the key thing is, it never was said that that person wasn't bringing anything. He said that if all that woman needs at that time is emotional support because her finances are handled.
No woman is just jumping into a relationship. They're going to figure out that guy. They're going to know who that guy is before they dive into it. Because a woman can come home, be on her feet 16, 17 hours a day. What they're coming home looking for is that man to just be in their bed to hold her.
Yeah. She got her money.
Emotional support.
Emotional support. She got her money. And this is an independent, live, can pinch yourself woman right there that just said that. Yeah, sometimes that's all a woman needs. Sometimes, especially when she on her feet, she want that person.
And a man needed too. And a man needed too.
Her feet. Right.
A man
but we're talking about women. She needs that person to be there for her.
Both of you need.
We can talk about men because I do it for mine.
Yeah.
When he come in, the food is ready. You sit down, I'm bringing it to you. When you're done, I'm picking it up. I'm cleaning the kitchen. You go get in the tub and you go lay down. What else do you need?
After her 10-day, after her 10-hour shift.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a real woman.
Exactly.
She's been doing that all her life. So it's nothing.
It's nothing. It's nothing. But you still, with emotional support, you got to have more than just, you got to bring in conjunction. Other than that, you got to have other abilities. What she requires.
D Black.
All right, man.
So
let it go.
No, I want to explain everything.
Break it down to him, meaning that if that's what a woman requires.
I want to hear him break everything he's saying down. You know what I'm saying?
Break that down,
because no, not her, him.
Oh, well, what you saying now?
Yeah, I just want you to kind of
let me break it down.
Clarify everything.
And then after you break it down, Nathaniel, you come to give the independent woman who don't need no man.
Woman needs a man. God made it to where a woman need a man. We ain't gonna push that narrative that a woman don't need a man because
no. I'm saying
every woman needs a man and a man need a woman.
Listen,
so we ain't pushing that narrative.
No. It's best when a woman want a man instead of needing a man.
No. God put it in a man, in a woman to need a man, in a man to need a woman. He put
how they survive without each other? How they survive without each other?
Circumstances. Do the circumstances.
Y'all want to know the same thing.
How do they survive?
So you think we don't need each other?
Do you need me? Do you need women?
Yeah, we need
women.
Do
you need a woman?
You need a woman. Need women. Everybody needs.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah,
speak for yourself.
Men need women.
Well, where's your woman at?
So you don't need no woman. So you don't need no woman, Jay.
No, I don't need a woman to help.
How you don't need no woman? How you don't need no woman?
I do not need a woman to cook for me, clean for me.
No, we're talking about producing families, bringing children in the world.
That ain't even what we're talking about.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, that ain't even what we're talking about.
So if you don't need no woman, wait a second. So you don't need no woman.
You went all off the rails.
So you don't need. Hang on.
I'm done. It's my bedtime. I'm done.
Don't leave. Yeah, hold up.
Yeah, no. No, what I'm talking about again. Men need women. Women need men. God,
we
I'm gonna stand on that. I'm gonna
Okay,
stand
let's
on
We
that.
back to
talking about, we
I'm
Jeremiah
gonna
started out
stand on
being
it.
10 to
submissive,
the
I'm
right?
answer.
standing on. We talking about submission. I'm gonna
Right.
stand
We
on
talking
that.
about being
So
submissive,
I'm
right?
standing. I'm standing. Yeah, I'm talking
I
about
mean,
being submissive. Hold on. Let
and
me
we
break it down,
established
Jamal.
like submissive
Let me break it
is
down. Let me break it down.
no,
Yeah, let him
no.
break
We
it
Let me
talking
down,
break it
about
down.
Jeremiah.
Yeah, because I'm gonna stand on it.
Right. Let him
Men
break it
need
down.
men need women. Women need men.
Be off of that. Go
No,
ahead
we
and
own
break
that.
down
We
what he
we
asked you to
own
break
that.
down.
No, we own that. So
We off of that.
we own that. So what I'm
No.
saying is you talking about the emotional support. You need to bring more than emotional support in the equation. Woman,
Women
you
choose
bringing
what
them.
they want,
All right,
who they want.
all right,
Break
all
that
right.
down, Latanya. Your need for a man. We ain't saying, your overall vision of what you need for a man. I know your current situation, but as an independent woman, how do you choose your men? Do you choose them according to, he gotta make 300,000?
We're not talking. I wasn't even talking about that. We weren't even talking about no
Okay, what you
criteria.
talking about?
We talking about emotional support. You bringing
Break
in the
that down.
line. You bringing in the line. You keep cutting me off. You talking about in the line. You coming to the table to bring a woman with emotional support, and that's all you have. Okay, you making the money. You making the money. You doing what you supposed to do. You making a little less than her. She making more than you, and I'm telling you that you need more than emotional support when you dealing with a woman. You need more than that.
Hey, D Black. I
That's what
thought
you
we took
need.
money out the equation.
You need that.
That's all. See, he grew up in a time where you got to have a job just to be with me. Ain't nothing going on but the rent. And women that got their hands out. It's a new era now where women are the most educated and make more money than men ever made in today's time.
They make more money
Okay,
than men.
And it's different. It's
but
different.
You can't have a role of this sugary role of just bringing some emotional support because she's making more money than you. Yeah,
I got my hand
making
up.
more money than you.
So I ask a question.
That's sugary. Go ahead, Jeremiah.
I know. So
sugary roll.
So it goes back to what I said earlier. We get it out the muscle. We work construction. We work offshore. We work in the oil field. And we support our significant other.
Right.
To get the, the letters behind the name, the MD, the doctorate, and all this. My question is, so I'm less of you because you went to college and got these letters behind your name when I've been working in the rain, the mud, the water. So we talking about emotional support. Okay. So let's talk about when it's raining down my slicker suit, I'm wet and I'm cold. But only thing on my mind is providing for you to, because you there with me to make sure you get to where you're trying to go. Right? I mean, we gotta keep it all alive. We gotta keep it all alive because I know guys who has done this.
Right.
All right. So what's my emotional support? I don't get that.
Right.
You feel me? I don't want that. What I want is every morning I want to wake up, put my boots on, and I want to go to work. You know what I'm saying? But when I have a problem, I want to be able to lay my head in your lap and say, babe, or you rub my chest and say, babe, what's wrong?
Right.
If I decide to talk about it, I decide to talk about it. And vice versa. You know what I'm saying? See, that would kind of get misconstrued. You got guys out here that's really doing what I just said.
Right.
But they're not getting emotionally supported. They're not getting
exactly.
They're not getting that.
Exactly.
So, and what I'm saying is, it's like when I come home from work, I ain't seen you in 4 weeks in a month. You ain't seen me in 4 weeks in a month.
Right.
So when we see each other, who's expected to jump up, hug, and kiss? You know what I'm saying? And oh, babe, I miss you. I miss you. This. You know what I'm saying? I need the same thing you need. Let's
That's that
speak
emotional
right here.
support.
That emotional
I mean,
support.
You don't need
that's
them
the
for no
emotional
money.
support.
She the
You
only
don't need
one.
them for emotional
She
support.
the only one getting it because we don't get it because we
We
too
don't get it
different.
because guess what?
Right, because
Guess what?
we don't belong to each other. That's why we don't.
Now, I mean, I'm not gonna say that because you know, like
God didn't put us to. God didn't create us for each other.
I mean,
You
you
know,
gotta
if you don't
understand.
get it, it's who you choose is the reason
Yeah.
you don't get it.
Right. Because God didn't create us for each other. That's why we need one another to support one another. That's what we need.
Hey, but I'm gonna
That's
tell you
what
a
we need.
dangerous thing though.
Go
Now,
ahead.
hey, to the young lady that's that's on here, Miss Latanya White. The dangerous thing is when a man finds out he can do everything on his own, and he blot out that emotional support. He blot out the date nights, and he blot out everything. When he finds out he can take care of his family, he can make his money and manage his money on his own. It's hard to come in that man's life. A lot of people don't understand it. You feel me?
And you have some men that's like that.
Right.
You want to know why?
You are respected. I mean, that's you and the life that you have lived. And any woman will respect that. And if they want to be with you, they're going to respect that and give you whatever it is that you need. They're going to be there for your support.
But
don't feel
I
bad
think
because you
no. I
choose
think she
the
said what I
decision to
said
take
though.
care of your
You know what I'm
kids and
saying?
your family. Do
Okay.
not feel bad if that woman don't understand that. Because there
Exactly.
are women out there that understands what you're doing and will appreciate what you're doing.
And will be there for you and your children for whenever you need. They will give you that time. When you're ready, you're ready.
Right.
No
Okay.
force.
So Black, D Black, how long you been on me?
Shit, forever.
Okay. Now, D Black been on me forever, right? So D Black been on me forever. And I tell D Black, man, I met this, you know what I'm saying? I met the woman, but woo. We good. We going. But then all of a sudden, D Black said, hey man, what happened to you and that woman? Black, I don't know. So over a stretched period of time, 5-6 years, D Black like, hey man, you seeing who you done? I'm by myself. And I got comfortable being by myself.
I
Right.
say,
Hold on, D Black. I done got comfortable working out by myself. I got comfortable managing my money. I comfortable managing my family. I comfortable managing everything by myself. Now, what we talk about emotional support. How can you come in my equation and emotionally support me?
It's on you to let that person in. If that
No,
person is showing you what needs to be shown, this rest is up to you.
no. I said how. Like, what support can you offer then? You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of things. What a lot of people don't understand. Like, guys want a woman to handle, the small stuff because we have tunnel vision. Like I said earlier, right? Right? Am I right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the tunnel vision is, in my farm is provide for my family. Make sure the family right. All the business, everything, paying this, paying this is aside. And so when we bring you in and we expect, I won't say expect you, but ask you to step in or be what I can't be or see what I don't see. You know what I'm saying? And then you get mad because the situation ain't going your way. Then you throw it back in my face, and I'm like, all right, cool, I'll do this.
Yeah.
Like once it goes back again, you have to have standards when you're choosing women. You can't just go out there and choose a woman and expect. And if you want that woman to accept you for who you are you going to let that woman know what is it that you're looking for? What is it that you want? What is it she's willing to do for you?
Hey, the thing is that you missed earlier what we said is because we was talking about respect and being submissive. Submissive to me is a form of respect.
And that's what
So,
I just said. I said that woman will
right.
respect your boundaries. They will respect what you go through. So if a woman want to be with you, they're going to be with you regardless. And they're going to be right there with you through whatever you're going through if she wants to be with you. But you also got to show her something that you are part of, that you want to be part of her life. You cannot just stay in closed doors and expect this woman to be there for the next 5 years. Because if she's showing you, I'm willing to wait and respect your wishes, you got to show her something.
That's facts. That's
I mean, that's what we
absolute
were saying
facts.
earlier, you know, and the
Yeah,
thing is, that's like I said earlier, like
absolute.
it's so many women that's not being respected. But y'all women have
What we
yeah,
have? What do
y'all
we
don't
have?
have y'all don't have a lot to choose from, like for as the dominant male figure, you know, and I hate to use that word dominant because I came up in a household to where dad dad handled, you know, dad went out and got it. Mama handled the business,
Yeah,
right? So what I mean by the dominant male figure, mom respected everything dad did, and I would, you know, reverted to this to like the
That's
male,
not bro.
you know. So when dad hit hard time, man, mom went out there and got it. You feel me?
I mean, as a woman, and we have children, that's our main focus to make sure we keep a roof over our heads. So yeah, a woman is going to go out there and get it. That's
But that goes back to what I just said. You feel me? Like y'all don't have a lot to choose from now. You feel me?
okay.
Like y'all going out there, y'all hustling harder than the men.
That's what we
Right or wrong?
choose.
No, right or wrong.
That's what we choose.
That's what you choose. Explain that.
We choose to go out there and do what we have to do to take care of ourselves and our household.
But
That's
if you
our
don't do it,
choice.
who gonna take care of you?
I'm gonna take care of me,
No, I said if you don't decide to do that,
but
who gonna
I'm
take care
not
of you?
going to not decide to do that. That's
I
not a
mean, but
question.
you just,
That's
I
not an option.
mean, what?
She said that's not an option. She go
Right.
that's her
But my
nature.
point exactly though, Black.
I'm
My
not
point
going to allow
exactly.
that. What I'm trying to figure out, what are you saying?
What I'm
If I don't do it, who's going to do it for me? I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to allow myself to fail. I am a woman and I know what I want and need. And if it takes me to go out there and get that job to do what I have to do, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to take care of me and whoever's with me. So explain to me, what is it you're trying to say if I don't get it?
you don't get it right.
Obviously, you don't get it.
No, no. What I'm saying is, what I said was, in today's times, women are out there hustling harder than the men. Right? That's what I said. Right?
A
Some
lot of
are. Some are.
No, they are. And
Okay, let's say they are. I'm going to play your
they,
game. Let's say they are.
no, you ain't playing my game because I ain't playing no games. I'm talking facts.
Well, I'm on the same page you're on. Let's say
Okay.
women are out there hustling.
So y'all out there, y'all hustling harder than we are. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Okay.
And y'all are taking care of more guys. I've seen this happen. Y'all taking
Some
care
women
of,
are taking care of more guys,
right. And y'all are running the household.
and
So
some are
now,
running the household.
yes, y'all
So,
are.
okay.
So now when a guy that comes into your life,
Mm-hmm.
or you meet a guy,
Okay.
they got everything going for them.
Okay.
And like we said earlier, before you join in, it's gonna be some clashing because you're used to running your household, you're used to running. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking for me, I ain't gonna try to control you, but the dominance and a male perspective versus you've been dominant all your life and what you doing, running your household and all this. So it's gonna be a lot of clashing.
Hold on. I'm going to stop you right there. I know when to step back.
she has no problem submitting to her man.
Hey, she should have been in when we first started then.
Well, unfortunately,
Say
I'm
she was
still working.
listening.
Let me explain to him why I can't get on. I'm still working. I work from home sometimes, and I do have things that I do need to take care of. But I did get in the live, and I may have gotten in the middle of it. So if I need to be caught up to speed, I'm here. Catch me up.
He go back to what you were saying earlier, Jeremiah, about the the independent woman that they don't have much to choose from when it comes to a man. They're used to running everything, and when a man comes in their life, there's sometimes that's a real man that's able to help and provide, but she's been providing for herself for so long, they tend to clash, is what
Right,
he's saying.
right,
Because
right.
you're so used to taking care of everything and doing everything on your own, so it's going to be hard for you to be submissive to a man. Now, as that independent woman, and break that down and explain to him how you're able to be submissive to your man or soon to be husband or husband, how you're able to do that, being that you've been so independent.
I want a man to be the alpha. I'm willing to step back and allow that man to do what he needs to do. And for a woman that has been doing it for herself for so long, you want the honest truth? I don't want to do it by myself anymore. I want
Right.
somebody with me. I want someone to grow with. I just want to be comfortable. So I'm going to allow that man to be the alpha. But he's going to know I got his back. He got that support, whatever it is that he needs. If he need me to pull back, I'm pulling back. You need me to pull forward, I'm pulling forward.
Let me ask you this.
Ask.
All right. So if a man, he sit down, like I said earlier, you know, sometimes we get tunnel vision. He sit down and like, hey, look, so what do you think about this and that and then this? I can't really give you a scenario.
I need a scenario in order to answer your question. Because right now we're in assumptions right now. So I can give you an assumption.
Scenarios whether it's about purchasing a car, a house, or
I would say that. I mean, something simple.
Well, talk to me.
You know what I'm saying? Just something simple.
Talk to me.
Know,
what?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of something real simple.
Okay. I'll wait.
So you sound like Cat Williams. Okay, I'll wait.
Well, I am. I mean, regardless of who you want to compare me to, I'm going to sit back and wait for you to think of what you need to think of so we can continue the conversation.
What's something simple?
Put it in buying a car or taking a trip or something, or purchasing something. And the guy say, I don't think we need to do that right now.
And no, something smaller than that, D Black. Nothing too big, you know what I mean? That's just what I'm trying to think of something simple, bro. Like, just how would, if she been around me, like, how would she handle the business versus how I would handle it? You know what I'm saying? Like, just say trucking. You know, like, you know, you think I should change out 8 of these tires or gonna change 2? Something simple like that.
Okay, and what's your question?
My question was, like, if I ask you a question like that, would you like lose respect for me? Just like, babe, what you think, man? You think she gonna change 8 of these tires or gonna change the 2 they need?
Why would I want to lose respect? What I'm gonna say? Are we gonna look at it financially? I'm gonna ask you, okay, are the 8 tires, are they all bad? Or do you just have 2 that's bad? I'm gonna be there with you. That is no disrespect. And the matter of fact, that is a respect that you would come to me and ask me questions about your business. You now you want me part of your business. Full respect.
Okay, country. Okay. You know. D Black.
Yo.
Man, we good over here, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, it's rolling. Like I like her because she's gonna give it to you just raw. So when you come to it, you just gotta come with it and just say.
I mean, it's just, you know, it's things like what we talked about earlier. Man, you have so many segments, bro, that you can branch off and take away from what we talked about earlier, dude, from the last past 2 hours.
Right.
Yeah, I would think a lot of people, I won't say need to, but if they wanted to kind of chime in. And because like I said earlier, women don't have the picking of guys from back in the gap. You know, they are the male and the female of a household. You know what I'm saying? And if you step back and look at the statistics, and if you go on the interstate and look at how many lady truck drivers, female versus male truck drivers that's out there, you got more female truck drivers. You know what I'm saying? And that's normally a dominant male occupation, right? So that's what I said earlier. Like, you got women out here that's hustling harder than these guys. You know, it's been made easy for guys to, you know, stay at home. And so that's why a lot of women don't respect, or it's hard for them to submit, you know, to guys, bro. And then once they get a stand-up guy that comes into their life, that's what I said earlier, it's going to be a lot of clashing, because I know what I know. I've been out here, and I'm going to voice my opinion. and I'm gonna show to you the reason why I say what I say, and it's gonna be up to you to listen to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to control you, but I gotta, if we together, I gotta control the situation because I don't want us to go down.
And I'm gonna say, you as a man, I would respect you controlling that situation.
What do you think about that, Austin? What she just said.
But a lot of people will take that as trying to control them. My thing is, I'm not gonna try to control you. For one, you know what I'm saying. But the situation, and I'm gonna take your input.
Why don't you add Richard Brizzle?
Say what?
Add Richard.
Okay. Cashmere is trying to get on.
All right, yeah. All right, cuz I see you, cuz.
Do Cashmere, do Richard.
Right.
But the level of maturity from what I'm gathering that Latanya is on, even though she may be the breadwinner, even though she's been independent, when you get in a relationship and she understands submissive because she was raised and came up understanding what women being submissive to their husbands, she understands what that means. So she has no problem submitting, and she's in that group where she can choose good men. She's in that, and she's not dealing with the 35s and under. When she choosing with the men, she choose 45 plus. So she's in a good range, and she understands, even though she's independent, she knows when to step back and let him lead, because she wants a man to lead and take the load off of her. So she has no problem submitting, from what I understand.
I mean, the thing is, like, the $1 billion question was earlier. Is when, like, her prime example, the guy come into your life, you just can't tell her, show her anything. You can't tell her anything. You gonna have to show her. You feel me? And that's why a lot of clashing gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Cause she got her routine, she got her mindset, she got everything she needs to take care of her. If she got kids, her in the household. Let's put it like that, right?
Right.
So she meet a guy that got everything, that he knows how to take care of his household. He got everything, and it might be different, but at the end, it's gonna be the same.
How is that going to be the same? Because even though that person is independent and I'm independent as well, once again, I'm going to allow you to be that alpha. I want you to be that alpha, because when you sit down and communicate with each other, that's how you make it. There has to be communication in that relationship. You have to learn each other. You can't assume what each other, you have to learn each other. And that takes time. But through the learning, I'm going to allow your opinion. You can have your opinion. What is whatever you want, because now I want to show you I know how to do this, and I know I am the green grass.
Oh, okay. I got kind of distracted, but I was just saying, like,
talk about disrespect, huh?
I lost my train of thought.
Talk about disrespect. But you know what, guys? I'm gonna leave y'all to this podcast. It's late. I have to work in the morning.
Enjoyed you coming in. We look forward to more of you coming in, giving a woman's perspective, because you see we get deep male perspective.
Oh yeah, and I appreciate all the comments.
What's up, cuzzo?
They coming. Appreciate you.
Do I need to stay on for 5 more minutes?
My phone about to die down, bro. I got your number, bro. I'm gonna get at you, okay?
All right, do that, man.
All right, look, man. Hey, look, I enjoyed it, man. I really did, man.
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, man.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, you have a good night, guys.
Look, man. Hey, look, I appreciate it.
We good. You got my number. We good.
We good.
Yeah, get it.
All right, God bless.
Y'all this way, you know I got you. Richard, what's that? And Richard Bailey, the comedian. What's up, man?
This is my cousin, Cashmere.
Oh, that's Cashmere. Cashmere, what's that and Richard?
Yo, what's up, man? I don't know if y'all can hear me. I'm just getting on.
Yeah. We can hear you. We've seen a couple of your comments, man. What you got going?
No, I'm just chilling, man, in H-Town, trying to stay warm. I really appreciate this podcast because I kind of got on and I was just listening, just scrolling through. And I mean, it's a wonderful topic. I love what, whoever created this, the topic or the channel. I love it because that is deep. The whole title of it is deep because, it do make you wonder, why don't women do submit? Why women don't submit to, a guy, and then, but just listening off again, I wasn't here. I'm only in 15 minutes within 2 hours. So I only got just a glimpse. And in my mind, it's you got to look at it from so many perspectives because there are alpha females out there, and then you got the alpha male out there, and then you're kind of asking for somebody to lay down a power for another power. And then you also got to, so it's kind of like somebody got to lay it down for somebody to run the show. And then when you got two people that's great at running a show, you really got to first off, they got to really have a understanding, and then really it has to be there. It has to be both. They got to have some type of relationship where they can really lay down a fork and say, you know what, I want you to hold it down, because you just can't come through new and then say, okay, you're an alpha male, I want you to run it, because it might be some things the lady don't like, which can cause head to make her want to pick up the throne again for her to run the show. And then it also be some personality traits, so it do be hard. And when you run in the show, you kind of like you are taking that step back to allow this other person
like
to guide you.
a male should expect to run the show if he makes less than that woman? Or
no, it's not even about the money. The money thing is not even that, because regardless of who make the most amount of money, it's all about who. It's kind of all about who's going to put us in the best situation regarding the money. If my lady was making more money than me, I wouldn't mind my woman running the show. If I'm making more money than her, I wouldn't mind for her to run the show either. It's who can put us in the best, who got the most common sense to put us in the best route, regardless of who making the most amount of money. If my woman make them, if I'm making the most money, but my woman can put us, if she's knowledgeable to handle my money how she can handle it, I'm totally fine with that, to put myself in a better situation. Does that make me less of a man? No.
that was my next question.
Like, no, that don't make, but that's a lot of men can't handle that. A lot of men can't say, you know what, I make more money than you. I'm want to run the show. No, because I can make all the money in the world, but if I can't get us to point, if I can't get us to step 1 through 10, and my woman can get us to 1 through 20, I'll allow her to run the show. But it's a lot of people got pride in the way. You got to put all your pride to the side, all that egotistic shit to the side, and you got to allow the best person that's capable of running the ship to allow to run the ship and play your role.
And that's real.
But it is a lot of contingencies that you got to put to the side, man. But it is hard. I won't say, y'all do got genders on this, but it's hard for a male to allow the woman to run the show due to our own egos. And then also too, it's hard for a woman to allow a man to run the show due to shit, her friends saying that she ain't shit, or he just going, how that shit go. But it is hard, so
hey Phantom, see if you can get Richard Bailey on.
Yeah,
okay.
I gave him the link. He said he gonna come on the next rip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I love these topics, man. I wish y'all can tag me in, and when y'all do have it.
Because I'm hit you. Yeah, I hit you from now.
Cashmere, would you date? Would you like the woman you with now? You wouldn't talk to a woman that would throw up in your face that she's making more money than you when y'all get into it. Is that somebody you waste your time or spend time trying to get to know?
If I'm dating, let's say my woman right now, she was making more money than me, and then we got into it, and she was saying, "What I'm covering." First off, you shouldn't even that don't even need to be said, because we already know you making more money, and I'm trying, for the simple fact you shouldn't be with me if you don't even see that trait with me trying. So for you to throw a slug to say, you know what, I'm paying 70, you doing 30, and this and that, those are ego shots. You trying to make yourself better than me when you getting throwing certain things out like.
Oh man. Black, you there?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
here.
okay. Yeah. He lost losing the connection. We're
Yeah,
gonna land.
I'm just questioning him on different things that
Yeah.
we talked about that we kind of clashed on. But the bottom line is these days it's not really about um it's not about the money, who's making more money. It's about the respect that you give
Right.
each
I
other.
get it. Well, okay. Well, I get it. I get it. I mean, today's time is different. And I get it. It ain't the 70s and 80s. So if a woman make more money than me, I'm just gonna let her run the show. And
No, he said no. If you let who runs the
let
show, who's better to take care
it,
of, who keep you in
right, and that's
who's
exactly,
best, who has the best knowledge of
and
keeping
that
you
right, and that's
in
what
situation.
and that's
Like
where the
Casimir
teamwork
say,
goes in. Right,
if
and
he
that's where the
making the most
teamwork goes in.
money, like Casimir say, if he making the most money, but he can't get you from point 1 to 10, and his
Right,
woman making less money and she can get
right,
them from 1 to 20, he'll let her
exactly.
take the lead role. He
Right,
has no
right, right,
problem with that.
right, right,
It's not a financial war anymore with men and women. That was 70s, 80s, and early 90s.
right, right,
Now women are getting these high profile jobs. They still need men, they still need love, they still want to get
right,
married, and they just gotta respect everybody, respect what's going on in their relationship. It depends on what's going on in the relationship. And real women, a real woman would throw that in no man's face.
right, right. Go ahead,
And,
Cuzzo.
and,
Go
and
ahead,
No,
Casimir.
and
trying to date a to do that. Go ahead.
and that's where you did hit it. And I'm sorry, I lost power, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
where
yeah,
you did hit
yeah.
it because when you're looking at now, we're in 2020, and you're looking at the 80s, or a lot of people be saying, well, back in our day, back in that, see, back then, you got to look at it. A lot of these women wasn't making the type of money or didn't have the say so to say things, how they got the right now. So the playing field is completely took a 360 turn where women nowadays are able to run a show, provide for their own, provide for the household, be a
Right,
breadwinner. So it is a lot different. They shit now, honestly, nowadays a woman can do exactly what a man can do, and we can't really do nothing. So they're able to choose and not quote unquote shut up and allow the man to just come in and do what he want to do. So that's where it's different at now.
right, right, right,
And it kind of we have to, it's harder now because men haven't accept that pill to swallow to say, you know what,
right,
a woman really don't need you, and a woman is making more money than you, where she can go out there and make money legitimate without selling her body or doing whatever she needs to do to be the breadwinner. So
right,
and it's different. And on the catch 22 ends, we kind of knowing that women are outnumbered by, or knowing that a lot of men can go out there and get any woman they want and women can't. So it's kind of like, well, hell, if you're not gonna deal with it, I can go out here and I can go grab Big Shirley, and Big Shirley can do whatever she want to do.
right,
So it is different in that way too. But
right,
it's different for a woman. Don't have to submit because the money is the playing field is equal now. So she really
right,
don't. She kind of, you look at it, a woman is quote unquote a player. She can play the game now, and I'm just
right,
saying it because I'm kind of
right,
younger than
right,
y'all.
right, right, right,
She
right.
can play
Gotcha.
the game, and she don't have to submit, and ain't nothing
Right,
wrong with that. But it's wrong for us in the fellas' eyes because hell, we kind of raised, we want an 80s baby.
right, right, right. Man,
So
I appreciate you for coming on, Cuzzo. Hey, we
A
finna
lot
get
of
ready.
a lot of
Go ahead.
women, real women, want that submission. They want that. The ones that want the marriage, the ones that want the relationships, they have no problem with the submission. It's just a lot of them get side swiped by friends, social media, and all that. But deep down, a lot of them want the submission, Because I see they be confused on social media. I'm F nigga free, and then at night when it's cold outside, they want to cuddle. I'm like, y'all some most confused generations, those 35s and under, some confused motherfuckers, you know.
But see, the other thing too, I don't mean to cut you off, but it is hard because when you're dealing with social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and you're going through these rails, and us being non-communists or however you want to put it, see, the government is forcing that on you, bro. When I go over these other countries and I see I hear about their other Instagram, TikToks, you go to China, they don't have they don't got girls shaking their ass, or they don't got
right
the kind of thing that can steer us left or steer us right. So it is different, you know.
Right.
So it's so much, man. It is so much, and a lot of women do want to have that one and done, somebody that they can focus in on. And again, it's kind of it is a fairy tale, quote unquote, because you really have to find this right male that's want what you want. You really got to really have time to really say, look, this is what I want. This is kind of and you got to connect. And that's hard. It's hard to connect. Hell, when I turn on my phone and then I got a prospect that you dream about, you know, that you kind of want, knowing you never going to get it. And then I got to go out, and it's just like, it's like Facebook and Instagram always got you hitting the reset button all the time. Like, oh my God. And you can have the best woman ever and be married for 15, 20 years. And that's, you know, that's what you got. But when you go on that rail, you almost hit the reset button because you there and you almost about to get your ass busted, and you find yourself sitting on the toilet too long going through the rail. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it is hard. It is hard, man.
Yeah, man. It's hard out here, especially, you know, like you say, with that social media is hell, bro.
Yeah.
That's shit's virtual Satan.
It is. It's a virtual Satan, and it talk to your conscious mind, kind of correct. It do a lot of things to you.
It takes a strong person to just back away from that and be like, I know what I have. And then once you do that, though, when you see those reels, they just reels. Back to the gap, though, when you first start seeing the reels, you're like, oh my God. And then you like, where are all these beautiful women coming from? Whoa, wow, she can be real. But then, you know, when you find that person who you I'm gonna say who you feel like you're compatible with, who you really like, that fades. You know what I'm saying? And you just seeing it as, you know, well, it's just something you just see, just like a stop sign when you riding up. It, and sometimes you'll pass and be like, damn, that was a stop sign. You don't notice it as much once you find that right person. And that's how you know that person is more of the right person, when you able to see those reels and not pay no attention to them. But like I say, it's hard because they out there. It's out there.
Do y'all, let me ask y'all a question, man. I'm sorry to get sidetracked. Do y'all do this like once a week, or how do y'all do this, man?
We do it every Thursday at 7:30. Okay. I shoot you a link, cuz. So
let me know, man, because I'm going
I
through
like the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You keeping it real, and you speaking from both sides, the female as well as the male. You're not
when I'm sitting there listening, I was just like, man. And then, you know, she was well educated, and she said she shot her opinion, you know, her factual opinions, and it was like, okay, she is making sense. And we really couldn't say nothing because it was like, you rarely get those type of seeds planted, you know. And it was just like, well, damn, you know. And but what she was saying was honest, you know. When you find a woman that is ready and that's ready to submit, it was like, okay, well, damn, you know. But you don't find it. You don't find that. Those are rare pieces. You know? So
that's what I was saying, because when she was going into detail, I was like, you know, I wasn't expecting that. You know what I'm saying? She was like, ready to submit, because I'm tired. I'm doing. I was like, whoa, you know, I wasn't expecting her to go that deep. But they do let us know that they do exist, even though they're independent, they're making that money. They got no problem because they've been making the money for so long. Hell, like our parents used to say, hell, a dog gets tired. And she was like, I don't mind if he's leading, and she'll sit back and let him try to lead. But she also sound like, with that statement, that if she see can't really lead, she know how to pick up and keep it
Right,
going.
right. But sometimes male need that though, because we all come through our neutral moments where we'll have it. But you need that backbone where that'll be like, you know what, let me snap you out of it. And if she sounds like she is a snapper where she's so used to leading, and if you kind of steer her off course, she'll snap you back into it, which everybody needs that.
Yeah.
But she sounded like she a breadwinner. She's kind of tired. She's really ready for her piece. And that's what's up, man.
That was
yeah.
real.
Yeah. So I appreciate y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all, man, because I had a lot of other shit going on, but this kind of caught my attention. But like I say, shoot me the link. I love it, man. Keep doing what y'all doing.
Appreciate you, Cash.
All right, ready.
I'll
For shit.
All right, Austin, what's happening with you? Let's see your closing remarks tonight.
Well, my thing is, if you find somebody that's compatible and that knows your reputation as you continue to grow in your relationship, you wouldn't have any issues with being submissive or taking information from your significant other. That goes both ways. So you have to identify the qualities in a person that you want and a person that you're dealing with in order to have a successful relationship. It can't be for something. It has to be for everything. So when you find that person, it's not going to matter how much money they make or how much more they make than you, because you're never going to try to make that other person feel less than. So, and again, it's about building as a team and what you can accomplish together. It's not like single tennis. You're playing on your own. You're playing doubles tennis and you're trying to win together. So if you find somebody that wants you for you, then there's no question about being submissive or being a partner. And I said what I said.
Right. So the money shouldn't matter if that person is for you and y'all for each other. It's a team effort.
Correct.
And on the submission thing, a lot of people I saw when it was posted, and they're still posting on here their personal opinion. The deal is submission doesn't mean slavery. Submission doesn't mean you don't have your women don't have their opinion, vice versa. It doesn't mean that. Submission meaning, like we were saying, letting someone lead. And we understand that in order to lead, that person has to have the confidence that you can lead and make the decision to put the family in the best situation, or put you guys in the best situation. So that's basically, it's a respect thing. All that tip for tap, back and forth, that's not respect. And I noticed earlier in the comments, it was question on what is submission. What is the definition? What do we think submission is? And it's just that, like, come together, make the decision, and let whoever makes the best decisions that supports the family have the final say so. But you all are entitled, everyone's entitled to their opinion. The opinions get reviewed, but then the one who makes the better decisions usually be the one who have the final say so. So that doesn't mean your opinion is stripped. It just means that whoever puts the family in a better position. So that's what the submission, and a lot of times that's usually the male, but from what I've read with the new generation, it's tough. So I think it's shifting more to the women when you get to 35 and under. That's the ones that makes the better decisions. But yeah, submission doesn't mean slavery or being the husband or the husband's mother and doing that. But like Miss Latanya said, she worked and she still cook, clean, and do everything when she get home. But she's also was 70s, 80s, 90s, 70s, 80s baby. So it's just the new breed is just different. So when they hear submission, they feel like a man running them and all that. They don't see that person running that household and making the best decision, whether he's the breadwinner or not. Whoever can get you from from 1 to 20 or A to Z, the best financially or whatever, that's the one that should, be head of the household or the one that who be submissive to. But yeah, that's my take on that. We grew up with that being the man of the house.
Man.
But a lot of times we're learning today that shit, the men are falling short. As Jeremiah was saying, and Richard was saying, it's a lot of fuck boys out there. It's a lot of it's a lot of beta males coming up now, and it's tough to say who's gonna run it. But like we say, it's not a financial thing anymore. So you have to base it on who makes the better decisions that puts the family in the best position. What do you have to say, Phantom, on the closeout?
Well, now that I see the way the world is, I'm gonna have to give me a woman that make more than me, and let her be the head of the household.
Sometimes that's the best. If you're not equipped mentally, that's what
that's the most that's strange. But let me give my comment. Let me give my comment. Let me give my comment.
Go ahead.
Hey, times change. Hey, if the woman being the head of the household, if you're doing more than what the creator established, hey, have at it. Do what you do. And I just come with the emotional support if I don't got no money, or if I'm making less than you, that's what I do. And if you're got the better situation, better solution, because I believe truth rules the household, and the man make the final decision in the household. And if that woman is a good woman and she submits to her husband, she gonna follow the lead of her husband, because he's gonna get her input, because truth does rule the household. But I was just making a joke about the money part. But
okay,
it got a little heated, and I'm gonna stand on what I stand on, and I just believe you got to bring more than just emotional support in a situation when you dealing in relationships with one another, because you don't want to not put yourself in a situation where you cannot contribute, though you're making the money, because the majority and average percent of us only making $40,000-$50,000 a year if we looking at income. Our women, they making $30,000 a year, $36,000 on average, if we're looking at income. So we still in a position, we just got to have the wisdom up top to really lead our households and really find ourselves worthy of leading our houses, because that's the charge that God put on us. I don't care what time of day, what year we in. That's what he instructed, and that's what he laid out. That's natural law. Man is a natural leader. So, you can, if you want your woman to lead you, have at it. I just know what the natural law is. And that's what it is. So on that note, we'll land that plane.
on that one, you really don't have no control over how much money your woman make.
No, it ain't even about control. I'm just saying on average. We're talking about average and data and numbers.
Let's just say you get a woman and that we're gonna do this on the next one. But let's just say you get a woman and you make what you make, and you meet a woman that makes 15 to 20 grand more than you. You wouldn't talk to her because she makes more money than you, right?
No, we're not talking about not talking to her. We're talking about you just can't give more than just emotional support. You got to give a little bit more.
No,
emotional support.
But Jay,
that's what I've been on, and that's what I'm standing on.
Clear that up right quick before we get out of here. And then that's the last point. I just want Austin to lastly break that down. That he said that all the woman was requesting from him was emotional support. He didn't say that.
At the time.
Break that down, Austin, and then we're gonna close out. And then the next one for the New Year's one, before New Year's, we'll probably talk about the woman making more money than the man or something, if a man can handle it. Because like a couple of them said, I think even Kashmir said a lot of men can't accept that. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably what we'll touch upon. It's not in stone, but clear your statement up right quick, Austin, and then we're gonna get out.
So my statement was, if a woman is making money, she has her own money. Not saying that the man, again, just can come and lay in the house and just be like hugging, I'm there for you, I'm here for you. A woman can buy her own Louis, her own house, pay for her own house, her own car, whatever that car is. But at the end of the day, those material things do not fill her emotionally. So she needs someone that she can depend on to caress her, to feed her emotions, for her to cry on their shoulder, someone that she can relieve her stress to.
Yeah, but you need it too.
I never
you
said
need
that.
it too.
We
need it too. It's one and the same.
We were talking about women. So that's why I made that statement. And yes, I need it. And my wife provides that for me.
Right.
And I provide that for her.
Right.
So
and like,
that's all I was saying.
Like Latanya said, it ain't about the money. She was like, sometimes she just wants somebody to be there for her.
Yeah, it ain't about the money until the lights get turned off, but till something get turned off.
But let the lights get cut off.
Yeah, but and that's where it's more than just the hugs and kisses. You got to get out there and go to work. You got to add that on as well. Wait till the lights get cut off, and then we'll see all the hugs and kisses and support she gonna need.
Well, if you
turn them lights on,
if he making $70,000 a year, I'm sure
he may be in debt and he probably can't do it. Then what? That's a debt
that they created together. Then
if she know the situation and she loves it,
let the lights get turned on.
Because she said, Tanya said, if times got down and she need to get out there to keep her family going, she gonna do what she got to do. Right. So that again, that falls on the woman you choose to be with. Right. On that note, we out. It's happening. So we speak on. We spoke on.